here with the one and only Hojo Nagasaki. All right, that's where the applause usually happens, but it's quiet because it's it's a Twitch. But what's up, man? Welcome in. This is a special.
What's going
on? Yeah. So this is my brother Automatiker. Him and I are twins. I've been streaming on Twitch for a long time, so everybody knows who I am. But Automatiker's not here with me as often. We've done one interview
on rare occasions.
But yeah, we have an older brother that our mom abandoned. How do we say this? How do we say this?
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So I hit up my aunt Lita, who lives in the Northwest, where our older brother stayed, and lived most of his life, and she led me to our guest today, Josiah, aka Hojo Nagasaki. There he goes, a big smile. Yeah, and this dude is you were Joe's closest friend, right?
I think so. One of them.
One of them.
He had a bunch of friends. There was a moment. What was that? I don't know. See, that's the face paint. I always wanted to be a face paint guy.
Yeah. It's cool. you nailed it.
Face paint guy. But we was way into we was juggalos back in the day.
Yeah.
And what was it? Don't fucking freeze up on Story Sound, man.
No, yeah.
Oh, that's what it was. When I went and visited him out in Seattle one time, and then the album Bizarre is the double album, and in one of the books, there was like Mad Libs or whatever, and then we sitting there writing the Mad Libs out and stuff like that because we're making funny stories. And I was like, it says best friend. What'd you put? And he said you. I was like,
oh, there you go. Exactly, the perfect person to talk about Joey. So we didn't like.
Nice.
Yeah, we have one instance that we kind of remember. We were 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Basically, our dad had to convince our mom to take us to Seattle to meet our brother. He was like, he was like, yeah. It's important that our sons know their other brother, And so my mom was like, whatever, fine. And I don't remember how that thing went, but I remember only
being
time
on a boat at one point. We were 3, so
it had to be a ferry.
No, I think it was somebody had a boat.
Yeah.
So then he would have been because he said that the last time he remembers seeing his mom, he was in 3rd grade.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Or something like that.
Yep.
So if he was 9 at the time,
9 or 10.
How many years were you guys apart?
7.
7,
yeah.
7.
So he'd been 10.
Yeah.
10 or 11 maybe, yeah, I guess something like that. So 4th or 5th grade, yeah, maybe 3rd or 4th grade, something like that. We were very young. Yeah. I remember he let us play with those little cootie, those cooties toys where you build little ants.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He had those, and he was letting us play.
Did you guys meet Grandma?
I believe so.
Yeah, we did, and then the last time we met her was 2006, whenever she passed away.
Mm-hmm.
So she was kind of.
She was on her death
before. A long time ago we did, but. Then and then 2006 that's when Mom went up there to take care of her.
Yeah. So when did you initially meet Joey?
February 2nd, 2000.
Oh, you know the exact date?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's when I started school back up in Kellogg High School.
Oh, okay.
Because I was born in Kellogg, Idaho.
Okay.
And then I moved away from Kellogg, Idaho. I lived here from 0 to 7, and then I turned 8 in Lewiston, Idaho, then turned 9 in American Falls, Idaho, stayed there till I was 14, went back to Rathdrum, Idaho, some redneck ass school I didn't like, and then my parents was like, okay, we'll go back to Kellogg where you know some people, because I was having a miserable time and shit like that.
Right.
And then started school. Well, we moved at late January, so I just turned 15, I think, and then I started school that day, February 2nd, 2000. That was the day I met him in art class.
Oh, of course, art class, yeah. So he'd been drawing pretty much his whole life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened his that day started for me. I went to school that day, had the person show me around the high school and stuff like that. And I started my first class that day was the class right before lunch was starting. So it was a study hall class I was in. And that's where I met Sheena and Heather. So Sheena was one of Joe's ex-girlfriends from high school.
Okay.
And Heather was her friend. And I met them there in class.
Is it Heather?
They just started.
Cousin Heather? Or was that?
It's her name's Heather. Heather Madsen at the time.
Oh, okay.
It was one of his homies' girlfriends too. So,
what year was this?
Dustin. 2000.
So, like, what grade year for you?
He was so he would have been a junior, and I was a freshman.
Okay.
Oh shit.
All right then.
Yeah.
So you met him in art class. What made you notice him?
Well, at first it wasn't. So let's see the story. So it goes like after study hall, I met those because Heather and Sheena they were talking to me. They were being friendly and talking to me and stuff like that. Then lunch happened. Right after lunch, the next class after lunch is art class. And then in art class, I had the same class with Sheena and Heather were in there. And Joe was there too because Sheena was flirting with Joe all the time. And then
I like your drawings. Hey.
Yeah. And then they introduced me to Joe right there. We didn't say much to each other in that class. I might have said something to make somebody laugh or something like that. I don't know. But I was a new kid at school. I was just shy and stuff. It was freshman year, you know.
Oh, yeah.
It's awkward.
Yeah.
Starting a new high school at fucking 14 or whatever the fuck, 15. And so we went. Yeah, it wasn't until after school actually, because then I started walking home.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And he was driving this old fucking blue Chevy he had.
Yeah.
And he seen me walking home. We met in art class. He seen me walking home. He's like, "Hey, you want to ride?" I'm like, "Sure, okay." And I hop in. He's like, "Where you live and stuff?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm right over there at their house." And he's like, "Really?" "I'm right over at their house."
So you guys like basically neighbors?
Yeah, he was right across the road from me.
That's amazing.
So we found out that we was neighbors and shit like that. And then after that, it was quick friends, man. Then like I was going over to his house every day, eating 2 dinners. I was eating 2 dinners a night because I would eat whatever grandma was making, and then I would come back to my house and eat whatever my parents was eating. So I was fucking eating good.
Hell yeah!
But I had that metabolism. It didn't matter. It just fucking burned right through.
Oh yeah. Were you skating and stuff too?
Yeah. Well, he was teaching me all about that stuff because I wasn't a skater at that time, but he got me a fucking pair of rollerblades.
Oh,
I was a fucking fruit booter, son.
It's all right, man. We all went through the phase. We all went through the late '90s, early 2000s.
No, I was like, fuck skateboards, dude. I couldn't do shit on a skateboard. I attempted to drop in on a half pipe and shit, but I'm fucking falling down and cracking my head. Everybody liked that because I was just trying to show off. That's how I was making friends. It was like, look at all the stupid shit I could do.
Yeah, you gotta commit. Laugh. If you're gonna drop in, you gotta commit, man.
Yeah, that was the thing he taught me. That's one thing he taught me. Hesitation is devastation.
Hesitation, yes,
Don't fucking hesitate. Just fucking do it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like one time, that was dope because he led me through all that shit right there. Like, because I could have went and hung out with my old fucking best friend from fucking kindergarten or whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But I hit him up or whatever the fuck. I got his number one of those days in school. I was going up since fucking first grade, and he turned into like this super Christian guy. And I was like, that kind of just turned me off. Like I can't, you be all churching me every day.
Yeah,
I don't know. But and then yeah. But then we started. Yeah, we was quick friends, man. We lived right across the street from each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to his house every day. He came to my house and made all my fucking action figures humping shit. It was funny. But eventually I had a recording. I was trying to build a recorder. I had no idea what the fuck I was doing.
Oh.
Because I wanted to record something.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the first questions I asked him when he picked me up before, like, oh, there's my house over there. I asked him if he played any musical instruments, and he said no.
Did you?
Because at that time, not at all.
Okay. You just knew you wanted to do something.
I was interested in making music, yes. Yeah. I wanted to fucking do something to fucking, I was looking for pussy, man. I was fucking 15 years old. I wanted to play the guitar and bring the chicks, but it failed in that aspect.
Hell.
But
just drop D, man. Power chords. Drop D and power chords.
Yeah.
They don't know. They don't know it's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Did you draw all your album covers? Like I saw a few were hand drawn. They look fucking badass.
The first freaking so the first one we did when I moved over to Seattle, because so after I graduated, he was 2 years ahead of me, and so those 2 years, so that was freshman year, my freshman year, and sophomore year. That was his junior and senior year. Then he graduated, and then took off to Seattle. I went to hang out with. I'm all off screen. But I took off to Southern Idaho because that's what I was doing every summer after that. My original plan after high school was to move back down to Southern Idaho with all my friends down there, which I don't know where that would have led me. I don't know where that version of me is right now.
Yeah.
He's probably fucking smoking meth, fucking in prison somewhere, fucking stabbed some
or trailer park. Prison or trailer park, yeah. Could it be either or?
Yeah. Well, it's just like all my friends down there in Southern Idaho, because those were like, the kids I met down there, because that was fucking 8 years old to 14 or whatever. So it was a big fucking growing moment there, you know.
Yeah.
And all those kids, a bunch of them just fucking wound up in jail.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's over
Dodged the
dumb
bullet.
shit too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just I went to the scared. They do that in Texas. What do they do in Texas when you get in trouble as a kid?
Dude.
What, you talking about Scared Straight or whatever, where they sing, yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever have to do that shit? That shit was terrifying. I got caught when I was 13 years old, and I only got $2 a day for lunch money, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then they started doing that thing every morning. Was like they called it a nutrition break.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever the hell. So they had all these carts roll out at like 10 o'clock in the morning, and they're selling candy and Rice Krispie treats to all the kids, right? So I'd spend all my lunch money buying freaking fruit roll-ups and
it's
shit.
It's a scam. You know? That's how they get you.
How do you resist, right? So then at lunchtime comes along, I ain't got no lunch money. So I'm going to do the next best thing. I'm just going to go down the store and take my lunch, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to the grocery store and I was taking burritos.
Oh,
shit. I get the bean and cheese burritos and get 2 of those in a bag and walk over. And
those things are bomb, though. Those things are good,
that's
though.
How I was eating every day.
In a pinch.
Until one day, my fucking douchebag friend I was hanging out with at the time, we was walking out and a lady was looking at us and he went and waved at her, gave her like a
hi. Yeah,
she
we're stealing
us back to the fucking place where we're eating.
Don't mind this.
And then we got
don't mind this whole ham sticking out of my shirt.
Yeah,
bro.
We got fucking caught that day and then arrested. I got arrested and then taken to the police
for
station.
Some burritos?
Yeah, they arrested us for burritos. Handcuffed in the back of the fucking car.
That's the name of your next album, dude. Next album's gonna be called "Arrested for Burritos."
Arrested for burritos. Oh, there's a good one.
That's crazy.
But what the fuck happened? And then so I did all the thing. I went to court and all this stuff, and that was part of the scared straight was part of the fucking punishment.
Like, hell,
you can't just give him a $5 and be like, "Can we just be done with this?" You have to go to court for burritos.
I had to pay money. I had to pay like $150.
It's an expensive fucking burrito.
It was something expensive fucking burrito. $150, 16 hours community service, 1 year probation, and the Scared Straight program.
Yo, that is fucking crazy.
For like $1.98.
Idaho.
No, that was.
Come visit today.
Wait, was that Seattle or Idaho?
That was Idaho. That's
okay.
good old red state Idaho here.
God damn.
They ain't fucking around here. We're gonna make sure you ain't gonna commit no crime. So then we go to the prison down there in Pocatello, Idaho, whatever that place is, and we go in and they handcuff us and shackle us. We're shackled on our feet too.
Oh shit.
Handcuffed, and then they're fucking taking us into the deep dark parts of the jail, right?
And they're making prisoners yell at you and shit.
It's like the beginning of Silence of the Lambs.
Oh shit!
Some guy fucking slapped me in the face with his nut. And I screamed like a girl. What? Pulled it off. And we get down there in the deepest, darkest part of the jail, right? And I just remember, like my parents, my dad sitting right there because they had all the parents there. They're like, we want your parents to witness this humiliation, right?
Right.
Because this can be good for you guys. Some of these other kids are just laughing and stuff, and I'm scared shitless. I'm just being quiet, just like, oh shit, what the fuck's going on?
And shit for a burrito, man.
Yeah, and then the motherfucking I remember this big bald guy just like this, So I turned into him basically, but he was probably 100 pounds more than me. But he was short and had tattoos everywhere, and he got up and all, what are you doing? I'm gonna fuck you in your ass.
So
and shit like that. And he's fucking pro wrestling and shit. And I'm fucking scared the shit out of him. I was like and I was so scared to fucking move after that.
Shit, Bonesaw was ready.
They were like, hey, we're gonna go out and do some crazy shit, and I was like, I'm good, man. I didn't want whatever the fuck was going on in there, man. Fuck that.
Man, they're in there cutting promos on you and shit.
Never fucking surrender, dude. That's when you do the fucking what the Harry Carey fucking Japanese. You take you put the knife in the gut and pull it up, man. You die an honorable death. Yeah. Never surrender, never get caught. Fuck that shit. I should have did that for what's that called? What's that practice called?
I forget.
The Japanese. That for burritos.
Yeah.
You get a burrito extra hot. You just go.
Yeah. And like, fuck this, brother.
Straight up. That's crazy. So Joey wasn't a part of that though, right? Like no, the Joe Scared's great.
That was before I met him. That was right.
Yeah, that's hilarious. So he met you, and you were like this hard ass, like
I've been to prison, man. You don't fuck with me. Hey, what you drawing?
I seen some shit.
Say some fucking stupid shit. My stories. Everybody would laugh.
Oh,
that's my shit. And he would laugh. And your guys' laugh is very similar, which is crazy.
Really?
And I have this theory. About the X chromosome, because the X chromosome is passed down from mother to child.
Yeah. Right.
And that's literally the fucking child's life force, because it's the mitochondrial DNA. Which is the power source to every cell in your body.
Right.
And it passes from mother to child. There's a resemblance on the mother's side that I don't think you get from the father's side. But it's crazy.
It does make sense. Yeah, because we everybody up there always tells us that we're so similar to him.
Yeah, they're like, you guys talk the same and look the same or whatever. Like they would always say something like that. We went camping with our cousin Michelle.
It blew my mind whenever. It blew my mind when they told us that he was skateboarded. I was like, oh, he was a skateboarder? God damn! Like,
yeah,
almost went down
the
same
all
path.
over the fucking place.
Yeah. I think the biggest difference was like we were like really straight edge, kind of like nerd, like square, like we didn't touch drugs or alcohol or anything until we were like 18 and a half, 19.
Yeah, started smoking weed like 18, out of high school. Yeah, and they're like, oh, we'll try weed. Heard all the cool kids are doing it, so yeah.
Yeah, I think he tried it. He tried it in high school. He dabbled in high school, but then he started smoking weed a lot more when he moved to Seattle.
Yeah,
I remember that. He'd smoked it a couple times, and he maybe had drank at parties. He's never a cigarette smoker though.
No,
never smoked cigarette. I seen him smoke and take a puff off of one once. He didn't like it. He was never a cigarette smoker.
Yeah.
So that was, but all the chicks he fucking dated were smokers. So I don't know if he liked that.
Huh.
Maybe he liked the taste. He just didn't like that. Maybe he likes lungs.
Yeah.
Third hand? Is that third hand?
That's kind of weird. Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, because Sheena, Allie. Oh no, Allie. Well, Kate, she was yeah. I don't know. But Sheena, I was like, he dated Sheena in high school, like right after I met him. They were together, so I was kind of like their third wheel around everywhere.
Is this the chick that was in the recording?
No, that's Amanda McNamara. That was some other girl that I knew when I was like 3 years old, who happened to die from back in the early 2000s when everybody was doing fucking Oxycontins and shit.
Oh shit, yeah.
And pills. Yeah, she died back then during that. But they just happened to be talking to each other at that time, and then years go by. And I'm like, I found that recording. I was like, holy shit.
That's crazy. And that was before everything was recorded. Now, like, there's hours and hours of everything.
I got a fucking RCA tape recorder for my 16th birthday.
That's awesome.
And you were just
and the
recording
first thing
things?
I did is ran over to his house, and I was like, hey, dude, look at this.
Let's record some
stupid shit everywhere.
Yeah. Was that on a tape? Like, was it like a cassette tape?
Yes, I have a cassette tape. Because in the year 2000, what was the biggest thing on TV? You know what the biggest thing on TV was in 2000?
Cribs? I don't know. I don't remember.
Pretty sure it was Jackass.
Oh,
Jackass,
right.
Was that when Jackass came out?
That was like the TV show was popping off, and the movie came out like 01, I think.
Everybody's fucking doing shopping cart tricks
and
being dumb and stuff, right?
We were slamming each other into our gym class walls. We would just like take each other and throw each other like up against it, slide down.
Oh man, we used to do the tennis ball thing.
Try to dodge
skate by on a skateboard, and then someone was trying to hit a tennis ball at us as hard as they could.
Yeah, we hung out with some kids that were in a tennis, like the good tennis players of the school, and they were like, oh, let's practice. All right, cool. Let's skate by. You can try to hit us. And there was like one of those practice walls where you just hit it and would come back, hit it, come back, and we just like skate through like the ducks. Ping, ping.
Get hit, turn around. Get hit, turn around. Good times. Dang. Yeah, Jackass was definitely a vibe back then.
That was everybody was. So it was the dumbest shit. So we got audio Jackass.
Okay.
So we're doing dumb things, but it's only an audio. So you have to use your imagination.
Right.
I didn't have a fucking video camera, but Dustin had a video camera, and he's got a lot of fucking shit. And but I know he recorded over some of his tapes too. But he had some dope ass fucking tapes.
Mm-hmm. So how did you get that tape into like audio to be able to upload it?
Oh, what I did to get that, I just took it from my tape recorder, plugged it into my audio interface, and then recorded that through my DAW.
Oh, nice.
And just fucking, yeah.
That's rad as fuck.
That's it. I've just been recording shit for, like, because I remember recording stuff on cassette tapes when I got my first freaking, my RCA tape player, the single speaker tape radio.
Yeah, dude.
But I had one of those with a recorder, and I got a tape somewhere with my pre-pubescent voice on it. So I gotta find that one so I can hear how I sounded back then.
Right.
But and then I recorded a lot of shit in my basement. So there's 2 songs on the first tape I ever made, which I realized I could make a tape after making these songs, and he's in the background just laughing.
So would you just like play the beat and then like?
Yeah, that's what I was doing. So I think the first song I actually realized that I would be able to record, and that's what gave me the idea to make tapes and stuff like that. Yeah. Is he had a CD, the Killer Instinct soundtrack on CD,
like the game,
fucking Super Nintendo game.
Yeah.
So he must have got it with the Super Nintendo game or something back in the day, or it came in a Nintendo Power magazine or something like that, you know. But he had that in a CD book, and we popped that in the disc player. It's all instrumental video game music, but there was this one beat that came on, and then I just started fucking doing this stupid freestyle rap to it, and he's all laughing in the back. It's a stupid freestyle rap about me being a ninja. And he's just laughing his ass. I could pull that up if I can. If I have it on my,
go ahead. Is this on SoundCloud? Because I could also pull it up and get. Is it on SoundCloud?
I could put it on SoundCloud and it would sound better.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I could play it straight through the stream. That'd be great. Because I also have like.
It is a really horrible because I had this microphone plugged into. So what I would do. So when I started rapping, I plugged the microphone in, and then it would catch the beat from the background into the microphone with my voice.
Wow.
So
okay.
I'd be like, blah, 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 blah. And then whenever I wanted to, like, just let the beat play, I'd pull the fucking microphone out real quick.
Oh.
The beat would come back on. And then when it's my turn to fucking do another one, go blah, blah, put the microphone back in. So it let me put my words on the music, but it sounded like asshole.
Yeah.
Hey, we did very similar shit with computer speakers and like some bootleg
that little microphone that's like a stick.
Oh yeah, those little stick microphones, like
old school.
Yeah, I remember those. I got a computer Bob Barker.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we used LimeWire to find a beat.
Yeah, we just downloaded all that shit on LimeWire.
LimeWire is a shit, but that was a few years later.
Made some CDs that hopefully don't exist anymore.
If I could pull up that one, you guys heard a few good bitches before, haven't you?
Oh, most definitely. Yeah, I played it on stream when I interviewed him.
Yeah,
I played it on stream. Yeah. We listened to it together.
Yeah, that song was fucking. That was a dope ass fucking. Well, because we were making. My plan was. So what the fuck happened now? Now I'm going back in the time machine. Time juice. Hold on.
Right.
Time traveling.
See, I'm drinking this. Face is painted because whoop whoop, and then the Corona. We used to drink this shit back in the day when we had our place in the Admiral District of Seattle. This was rap juice, dog.
Rap
We drink
juice.
rap juices.
But in a
We drink
40, of
rap
course, though,
juices
right?
and freestyle shit. Oh, we did 40s. Like, oh, that was a dangerous. I got so many stories.
So many stories, man. So
So
rattle
where
them
are we
off.
now? So, freaking high school. He moved over there. So okay, so I was gonna ghost everybody in my that I knew. So I graduated high school. It's been 2 years. He was living over in the States. He's like, come to Seattle, come to Seattle, come to Seattle. I'm like, all right, dude. So I had this grand plan. I had my girlfriend living with me at the time. So dad was being a piece of shit. She was a juggalette chick, and she was living with me. But I was getting tired. Like I was upset at where my life was going because I just graduated fucking high school. I'm like, where's the life at? Where's the whole stuff?
Right.
I
Where's all
want
the
great
stuff I was
things.
promised?
Yeah, and I was just,
Supposed to be an
I
adult,
did what
right?
I was told. I graduated. What's happening now? And I went to go work for my dad for a couple weeks. I couldn't stand that because I didn't want to get caught doing fucking concrete forever. I'm like, fuck that. I don't want a job like that. And then I moved with my girlfriend over to Spokane from my parents' house. And then I got even more depressed because she was a fucking whore. And I think she was sleeping with some other dude at the time. And I was stuck at the apartment alone. I was selling my plasma to make money
Oh, shit.
because I couldn't find a job. Nobody would hire me because I had no job experience.
Oh,
Like, what the fuck? I worked at
God, you
McDonald's
hate
with my
that.
dad. Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck that.
It's
So
like,
every
you give
place
me
wouldn't fucking hire me.
experience.
I went to Denny's. Which was right down. I went to every fucking place in that hole. I went to the porn store, all them places. I was gonna do anything, right? And fucking, I was gonna sell dildos, but no,
Yeah.
I can't sell dildos because I ain't got no fucking experience. I bought one and shoved it in my girlfriend's asshole.
That's not experience. Sounds like experience.
I think it's experience.
that's like overqualified.
I know to use lube.
Yeah.
Qualified, bro. I don't
It was
understand.
all sad and shit
Yeah.
because my life wasn't going. And the plan was to ghost everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe and his girlfriend at the time, they were ready. Like it came down to the last fucking minute. I hit him up and I was talking about how I was sad and shit. How shit wasn't going. He's like, "Come on, we'll come get you." I was like, "Okay." So he was up. I should have done. Who knows what the future where I made that left instead of that fucking right at that day because I chickened out, stayed in Idaho. But if I would have made that turn, who knows what other future? That's a completely different fucking timeline, and I wonder what that timeline is doing right now.
Right.
I want a fucking multi-dimensional gun to go check on that timeline.
Yeah.
I bet you it's fucking awesome right now.
Right.
But I made the decision, and I was like, "Nah, dude, I can't do it," because I was gonna ghost everybody. I was gonna ghost my parents. I was gonna ghost my girlfriend. I was just gonna disappear. Everybody's gonna freak out. Where the fuck? So I guess it's kind of good I didn't do it because I was gonna scare a lot of people.
Yeah. You were gonna ghost with Joe, like let him pick you
Yeah,
up.
I was going to
you
fucking
did.
Seattle. I was just gonna go over there and fucking disappear and do my thing over there, start my new fucking life. But then instead, I decided to fucking sit there with my girlfriend and be miserable for another. No.
Whoa. God damn.
So he's throwing you on the bus right now.
No, I remember. So that went from so that was summer of 2003, all the way. So I waited from summer 2003, being miserable with my girlfriend, all the way till January 19th, 2004.
Mm-hmm.
It was a magical day. My girlfriend was crying all night. Don't go, don't go. She didn't want me to go. She was so sad. But I was like, dude, I got to do this or I'm going to fucking feel like a loser. I got to do what the fuck I said I was going to do. And fucking he came and he picked me up in his fucking Volkswagen Beetle, 71 Super Beetle.
Oh, I think we have a picture of that. Let me pull up a slideshow of Joey. There it goes right there.
Shit in the back of it. And then my bags taped to the top. We had like
there it goes right there, upper left.
Garbage bags taped to the top, and we made that journey January 19th, 2004.
Wow.
All the way to the Green Ghetto in West Seattle. And that's That's when it started. And then like started looking for work. Oh, so we're in the Green Ghetto because that's where Grandma was living at the time. They were both living in the Green Ghetto still. Yeah. And then I stayed there in the basement. So me and Joe had the basement. Grandma had upstairs because she was just recovering from cancer at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like right when I didn't even know. Like I came in that day and her hair was bald in mine and shit like that. And I was like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
I had no fucking clue and stuff. But she was just finishing up with her treatment at that time.
This is in
And then-
Tukwila, right? Is that the same house that's in Tukwila? Right?
No, this is in West Seattle.
Okay.
There was these called the Green Ghetto. So it's like these
Mhm.
8 green shacks. There's condos there now. They're no longer
Oh
there.
shit. Oh wow.
These
Gentrified.
8, yeah, there was 8 green shacks that I guess was used for. They said it was military housing or some shit back in the day or something like that. But it was a few blocks up from the post office. But they were living there. It was a cheap place to live. I lived in the basement. Graham was upstairs. Joe was there in the basement too. And then we stayed there. His girlfriend was in fucking Germany at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah,
interesting.
Allie. She was like, oh, to Germany to go babysit kids.
To babysit kids? I figured it was school or something.
I guess I don't know what she's doing now. I have no fun because that's a cold story. You want to hear a fucking cold story?
Well,
And
yeah.
yeah.
Let's get deep.
You want to hear? It's sad. I don't like the coldness and the sadness. I like to be happy. But see, okay, here. Let me tell. I got a story right here. So here's one of the stories I told Joe. I remember telling him this story back in the day. I want to see your guys' reaction.
Okay.
Okay, but it's a story from when I was probably about fucking. It's Mother's Day, I think. It was Mother's Day when I was like 12 years old. No, I don't know. I was 12. I was like 6th grade, so I was 11 or 12 years old. And my cat just had a batch of kittens, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's all the kittens running around in the yard, and it's Mother's Day right after. It's a nice, beautiful fucking spring day.
Mm-hmm.
Birds are chirping, the sun's in the sky. There's no clouds anywhere, right? A fucking beautiful Mother's Day. My mom's at work that day. She had to work that day.
Mm-hmm.
So Mother's Day is happening. So what can we do for Mom? I'm gonna mow the lawn, dude.
Oh God.
My dad just got this brand new riding lawnmower, right? And
no.
I was 12 years old, and I was like, "Oh, I want to try," because like when you're that age, driving is fucking
Those things are fun.
Every fucking little boy wants to drive.
Any opportunity
When
you
he
can.
sees something with the steering wheel and something, hey, can I fucking take it for a spin? I want to mow. It's Mother's Day. Let me mow the lawn, right? And then my dad's like, "All right," and he tells me how to do it. I get up on the seat. There, and he's like, "Okay, now push that thing down there," and I push the little clutch thing in, and then turn the key and stuff like that. And he's just pop it in reverse and stuff. I'm like, "Yeah, it's so cool." And I pop it in reverse. He's like, "Let go of the clutch and stuff." And I look around like behind me like this, and I'm like so fucking happy. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna drive this thing." And I look behind me, and I let go of the clutch, and I'm moving backwards. And I'm so happy. I'm so proud of myself.
Oh man.
And I'm looking, and then all of a sudden I hear, "Oh shit!" And I look forward, and there's this baby kitten with his head smashed, flopping up and down.
Oh.
And my dad's like, "Oh shit!" And he's got to stomp this bitch to death because it
Oh,
smashed
my
his
God.
fucking head.
So the wheel got it? It was in
And
the
I got
wheel?
off
It was in
that-
the wheel well?
No, it was like laying underneath the fucking lawnmower. Must have been behind the wheel or
Lord.
something. So I backed over it with the fucking wheel, and then I just seen that shit. I freaked the fuck out. And I ran inside and cried and cried and cried.
And that
And then the
cat's
cat
name
ran
was
away.
Lucky, right?
Yeah, well, no, the mama cat ran away, and I always associated that to be like, "Oh, this asshole killed my baby on Mother's Day.
Yeah.
I'm taking off."
On Mother's
Yeah.
Day, like the cat knew.
Like,
like this
hopefully
motherfucker.
Mom did not count these before she left.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
Dude, that's pretty fucked up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a pretty good reaction right there. I like
Yeah.
that.
I'm obviously, I'm a fucking cat person. I always say I've got 3 cat tattoos.
I'm a cat lover, man.
I fucking
I'm a
love
cat
cats.
lover, and it makes me feel so bad. Like he had this. I don't know who's got his fucking photo album right now because according to Lita, it's Dustin. Dustin has a shit ton of his shit over there in Montana. He might even have my photo album because when they were
What?
cleaning up all his stuff, I think they took my photo album.
Oh,
I
damn.
think. it got scooped up because they were all there on the entertainment center. All fucking, we were all living together. We had our stuff all put together and stuff. It was cool.
Now,
Yeah.
for the kids listening, a photo album was this thing where you take pictures
Oh,
and they would be in physical
yeah,
form, and then you'd have to put them in like a book.
You write on the back of them.
Yeah,
Like
You
used
write
to
on the
look in the
back,
book,
the
yeah.
date that it was taken.
Oh yeah.
Half of them are
That's
blurry.
weird. No one looks at pictures anymore.
On their phones, yeah.
Just store them on the phone. Look at other people's pictures. I don't even
Imagine-
know when the last time I.
Imagine a small version of Instagram.
Mhm.
A more tedious like
Physical copy.
It was like
So you did you, when you moved there with them? Did you take all your gear with you? Like what do you take?
I didn't have no gear.
You had no gear at that time.
I had no gear. There is a picture. So let me see if I can pull that picture up.
All right.
I don't know. It's a picture from a concert. So that was a day that changed the way things go too. So sometime
A
in
concert
May
that you guys went to?
2000, the Dark Lotus show in 2004,
Okay.
whatever day that was, they canceled it. I guess according to the internet that day, they all had diarrhea and canceled it.
Oh hell.
But then years later, the real story came out, and it was some bullshit. Apparently, I don't know. Twist and ICP got in a fight. They dumped Twisted off in fucking Seattle and left him there and took off to Detroit.
Shit.
Interesting.
That's fucked up.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's
but then-
cold.
But then the canceled. You know, hey, we'll go. Can you let me know?
Cold blooded.
I just want to swing, bro. But what the hell happened? Okay, so that show I met a guy named Chris Marshall who was trying to hook up with Joe's girlfriend on the internet beforehand,
Oh shit.
right? Well, he's this fucking nerdy little fat kid, right?
Oh,
And he's
Rona hand
trying
comes in.
because it's all the Juggalo shit. People finding people for Juggalo this, Juggalo that, and Allie. Since Joe was a Juggalo, Allie was a good. I guess he probably was, but what the hell happened? We met him there. He was taking pictures. There's a picture of us all sitting there with me and Joe's both got like the same exact hoodie on, and we got the Dark Lotus paint. He's got like a red cross on his face. I got like a white cross on my face.
I think I might
And
have a
it's got
picture
a-
from that night. I think that.
Yeah, and we got our friend Andy was also there. Austin and Allie. I think we're all there that because
Yeah.
Allie just come back from Germany
No, maybe not.
from babysitting or whatever. So that was it was May 2004. And then so we all went to that show, met Chris Marshall. I went to his house one day, and he had a 4-track recorder, a big ass
Oh,
4-track
shit.
Tascam. And I was like, what? Because like at that point, all that I had done this, I was using the karaoke machine, and I was perfecting my fucking
Yeah.
putting instruments
performing
down
Yeah.
in different ways on the fucking karaoke machine and making beats that way. Because I had like this little stupid drum machine, this really cheap one, and plug it in, so it was all done. But then when he showed me that fucking 4-track and what he could do with the 4-track, because in Spokane at the time, I bought this CD called Buff Beats. It was
Yeah.
a CD with 12 royalty-free beats.
Oh.
Because, how the fuck am I going to get beats? I need beats, man. And there was the store Hastings up here at the time, and they had all the CDs and shit. I seen that there one day when I was living in Spokane with my girlfriend. And instead of giving her money for the rent and shit with my fucking blood money that I was getting from selling my plasma every 2 days, my fucking $35, I bought a thing of top tobacco
Ha.
with the little rolling papers. And
Yeah.
then I bought a copy of that Buff Beat CD, and then I started writing songs.
Yo.
I started writing to all the fucking beats, all these different songs and stuff, and that's when I put together the idea in my head for Fetus to Fetus. I was thinking of offensive stuff. Something offensive's got to
Yeah.
sell. People like offensive shit, right? Offensive, no, it doesn't. People don't like that.
No.
There's a market for it, but they gotta find you.
People
very
don't like
niche.
people don't like seeing fetuses on plates because, as you know, for places like Texas and Idaho, people don't like
that's true.
that.
How did you know? Have you been to
don't know.
Texas before? Have you like come here like play shows? Or
I
anything?
think Idaho's like little Texas or something like that
Yeah.
up here. We're whiter Texas up here. We don't have any. It's all fucking it's crazy. and they hate me because they think I'm a fucking. They hate me like I'm an out of towner here. I was born here and raised here, right? And they hate me like I'm an out of towner only because I haven't paid for tabs or changed my plates since 2020.
Wow. Okay.
I got over on them bitches. I'm still
Nice.
the cops ain't they need to step up their game. If they want me to pay that money, they better step up the game. And what else am I paying for? You know,
Exactly.
Show me you want that money.
Yeah.
Fucking, you're gonna have to chase me for it.
Straight up.
If they haven't, I got pulled over once and ticketed once. That's $60 in 3 years. I only paid $60 in 3 years. Yeah, then fucking buying every month in here. Like,
cheaper
shit.
than a burrito.
Yeah, but see, there was people think I'm from out of town and shit like that. Like, and they all call me a Washingtonian and this stuff because I got Washington plates still, which is weird. But I got really angry at this guy who's like, "Oh, like some road construction going." No, and then there's road construction, and I was getting ready to go, and the guy stopped me. I'm like, "I'm going down the fucking paths. You don't need to stop me." And then he stopped me and rolled down the window, and he's like, "You know, in Idaho, we use turn signals here, boy."
Oh my god.
And I was infuriated.
Do we?
I took my fucking glasses off. I looked dead in the eyes. I was born here, bitch. I was like, bitch. I was born and raised in this motherfucker. Fuck the fuck off. And it took the fuck off. Fuck that guy, dude.
It's the only place where people judge you
No,
by your plates.
no, I don't.
Yes,
I
they
bet you it's a lot like that in Texas too. Is it like that in Texas? You see a lot of out of town plates, and then people.
Oh
are gonna,
yeah,
Mhm.
I mean yeah,
You know, there's a whole.
what town are you
California-
guys in Texas down there, or
Fort Worth.
yeah, West Fort Worth.
Fort Worth?
Fort Worth,
So you
Dallas,
guys
Fort Worth.
close to Dallas?
Yeah.
Dang.
Well,
Like 45
So
minutes away.
yeah, about an hour away from
Was-
Dallas.
Tons of Californians came in and stuff
Yes.
during Rona. Or,
Yes.
'Cause I think
Yeah.
So many.
Texas was the number one place of growth
Yeah.
that
It
I
was.
seen on a chart or something like that. And it was like Texas and Seattle and Portland, where
Yeah.
most of the Californians took off to, and quite a few of them came up here to Idaho.
Yeah, I work at a liquor store down here, so like almost like at least like once or twice a week, I get someone that goes, "Oh, we just moved here." I'm like,
Yeah,
California, right? Yeah. How'd you know? Yeah. Come on.
Wow.
It's a giant state.
We love the
Where the-
cost of living that's gone up.
From what's that town? Austin. How far are you guys from Austin?
2 hours.
2-3 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, 2.5.
3. I'd say
Big
3.
fucking state.
We're 2.5 from
Look,
College
that's the question.
Station. Just depends.
Oh,
on
and okay, but I was on my point. But my boy Chris Marshall introduced me to this guy after we found the Taz cam. This is my boy
What's up, man?
What's up, Chris?
Welcome,
Chris
Chris.
Up the Grove, aka Punchy K.
No,
Hell
you
yeah.
have one. Your brother, right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. That's the dude.
Can you hear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like artistically, do you guys still have some of his pieces or no?
We never had
Well, you
any
guys-
of his
yeah,
stuff.
we-
Like
we just
Lita
have-
showed us his stuff and sent
Pictures
us-
of them.
So
Yeah.
who has it?
Sheena's got it.
Lita has got a bunch of stuff. I know
Oh,
that.
she does.
Yeah, and she's the one that
Sheena's
sent
got
Have you
us.
it.
seen this boy's body art?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Blah, blah, blah.
yeah. We can
Yeah.
all. We should all show our.
You guys all know why?
Oh, that's badass.
That right there, that ninja. That's the cover. That
Yeah.
ended up being the CD label of Fetus the Fetus.
Yeah.
And the little sun hole right there. That was the hole of the CD.
Oh, that's
Oh,
sick.
that's badass.
Nice.
Well, that's the
Oh, okay. That's
Oh.
just a nipple. It's a
then I
nice
got
nipple, but.
I got this one right here, but it never got colored in. It's such a big piece too. But this was his self. That was his self.
Yeah, that's the Mech one,
Oh,
boy.
Yo.
yeah.
That's supposed to be the Mech one right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Surrounded by his creations, the octopus mummies. That's just Mech.
That's fucking dope. I love
Hell
it.
yeah.
Dude, his.
They
I
never
got.
got colored in.
I got a
He's
slideshow
such
of
a
Joey's
good
artwork
artist.
too. I'm
I
gonna.
mean, I used to sit there back in the day with him, and he would draw, I would draw, and I used to think my shit was trash.
Compared
Look
to
at
like
this.
Joey.
Yeah, but I was good too. But he was just way better always.
He had a
Yeah,
style.
he had that Robot Society shit. They made us write the fucking album.
Yeah,
That's
that
what
style,
it was,
he had was very. Everybody always tried to compare it to Invader Zim or something like that.
Oh, I know. I get that all the time on this tattoo. They're like,
It's
"Is that from
different.
Invader Zim?"
It's
I'm like,
different.
I've never
"No."
gotten
Yeah.
that. Well, nobody ever sees my shit.
Yeah, I get it all the time. I'm
It's
like,
It's
it's not
different than
Invader
Invader
Zim.
Zim.
I always tell people that. I'm like,
But that
no.
style that he, what was that? Well, you look at some of the eyeballs in the robot and stuff like that. They have that. So you got that big circle, and then you have that edge circle going around there, and that always reminded me of stuff like Rocco's Modern Life.
Oh, I
yeah.
love
Like if you look at-
Rocco.
You look like Heifer's nose or his eyes, and
Yeah.
I don't know, stuff like that.
There's,
That's
like,
what I always
asymmetry-
remember. Well,
I like anything asymmetrical when it comes to art. It's
Mhm.
like, where it's not just straight down the middle.
well, see, I wanted him to draw all my freaking tattoos. That's what my plan was. It was like, okay, because like we recorded that song, "Few Good Bitches." So after I moved over there, met Chris Marshall, who had the Taz cam. I realized what I could do with that. Then Joe's girlfriend Allie got a MacBook,
Oh,
Game
shit.
changer.
and she brought it over to the house one day. Game changer.
What the
fucking
fuck?
changer.
Let's go.
That fucking changed.
How
the
many
whole
tracks can we have?
Yeah.
What?
Please stop getting money, please.
But it was so fucking crazy when we found that bitch. So Allie bought that thing, and then so we all ended up moving in together. I was like, "Can I borrow your laptop? Can I borrow your laptop? Can I borrow your
Hey,
laptop?
I noticed you're not using it. Can I?
Can I borrow it?" She was getting pissed at the end. Like,
Yeah.
fucking, but fuck her.
We used to record in a hot ass closet.
Yeah, like we had this dope ass closet. So the house that we ended up getting, so fucking dope.
Dope.
It was so fucking dope. So in the Admiral District, because so after Allie got back from Germany, we all started looking for the house. We got the house in the Admiral District, 3 bedrooms with a garage, yard, and a basement for
Shit.
$950. It was the dopest fucking house.
That's not
Nice.
a
So we could. The downstairs bedroom was converted to a fucking game room. So Joe had all his he had his speakers set up in there. He had his fucking video games all set up in there. And we'd be in there fucking at nighttime. That was the dopest thing. At that point in time, that summer of 2004, the game we was rocking was Final Fantasy 11.
Oh shit.
And that was the dopest fucking shit, dude.
Oh, shit.
So he fucking even helped me buy the fucking hard drive. Like, he said, "I want to play with you, man." And I was like,
So hold up, you were like LAN partying, like you had like
yeah.
consoles?
So he had his PlayStation
Oh, God.
downstairs.
that
right?
sounds
And then,
amazing.
his friend John had his down there in the basement, and I had mine upstairs. So we just got that because it was like DSL shit at the time.
Yeah, so
amazing.
Kai, he
They
doesn't.
put together.
Automatica doesn't
Shit.
know. He doesn't know. Final
Yeah.
Fantasy 11 is the very first MMO Final Fantasy.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
It was
That
14
was
before.
that's like because like
Yeah.
we was playing those games like because Joe had an N64 when I met him, and then
4 controllers? What?
right.
yeah, we was playing like he was playing fucking. So I loaned him some games and stuff. I loaned him Donkey Kong 64. I still have some of his high scores on that fucking cartridge.
Oh
Pretty
shit.
cool.
Noise.
But I loaned him some of those games, but then eventually he went and got his own PlayStation. He got one of those mini PlayStations, the little one.
Yeah, the PS1.
And he got that. And then I loaned him Final Fantasy 7, and he didn't like 8. I tried to get him to play 8. He
Dude,
loved
that's
Final
crazy.
Fantasy 9.
Notice I fucking hate 8. He knows.
That's
I
crazy.
fucking hate 8. I love 6, 7, and 9 are like my happy place. I love 6, 7, and 9 more than fucking obviously, and this is my other tattoo.
He played
The
9.
other
He
side.
loved 9.
Yeah, we
And
played
he loved-
9
He
last
loved
year.
fucking Vivi. I got his fucking Vivi
Right there.
plush around here somewhere.
He's got a
But,
BB tattoo.
Yeah, you got a Vivi tattoo. See, that's dope. But he loved fucking Vivi from fucking Final Fantasy 9. He loved that one. I think he even got all the way to Ozma and shit. Beat that fucking secret shit at the end. When you do all the chocobo shit.
Oh
I never
my
even
God.
fucking did all that.
Yeah.
But then
That
Final Fantasy Tactics. he started. Oh, I'm just going off these Final Fantasy shits.
Yeah, dude, we can totally go that way because
We're
like
about it, man.
that was something that completely like shocked me when you said about Final Fantasy because like we played it when we were 10. It was the year 2000 and 9 had just come out. We got a PlayStation for our birthday, 2 controllers, and we went and our dad and let us get like 4 games from a pawn shop, and one of them was Final Fantasy 9. And I like.
Wow.
Yeah, so he was playing it, and we were trying to figure out how to do the 2-player thing, but I was ended up just basically watching him play it. And it wasn't until almost 20 years later, like 15 years later, that I went and got the PS4 like emulator version of it. And fucking did we lose you? Are you back? Yeah, I got the emulator version of it. I can't hear you now.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, there we
go.
go. Okay, cool, bet. Yeah, and then I went back and played it, and I played 15. That was my re-entry, and I binged. Like I just got obsessed with Final Fantasy, like ever since then, obviously. And then and then when you said he was like into Final Fantasy and played them and beat them, like I couldn't even imagine that. Like I thought it was just really cool to know that I experienced the same world.
I tried to introduce him. Okay, there were 2 RPGs. I tried to introduce him, and he gave me the same answer for both of them. So Super Mario RPG on the Super Nintendo. Because I just found one at Game Crazy.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Dude, they're remaking it.
Oh,
they're doing a full HD remake.
Super Nintendo games.
Yeah.
I found one there, and I bought it, and I brought it back. I still had my Super Nintendo. I tried to get him to play that because that's one of my favorite games. Or Kingdom Hearts. I tried to get him to play Kingdom Hearts 2. He said they were too fluffy.
That was it. He's not wrong, dude. I am a Kingdom Hearts apologist. Like, I've got a Keyblade on the wall right here. You can probably see. Hold up.
Yeah, me too. I got one right there.
The Oblivion. Play a little. Hold on. Let's get a cool lighting shot. Look at that. Oh boy. It's time to have a battle. Let's go.
You guys both beat me. This is all I got.
That's all you got.
I got a little
Get your
one.
dinky ass little Kingdom Key. Get your dinky ass little Kingdom Key out of here.
I got a tiny one. I got one for a midget.
Nah, dude. No, I'm a Kingdom Hearts apologist. No, I love Kingdom Hearts, but I'm like apologist about it. I'm like, yeah, and it's good, but like they should have made them their own installments, like Final Fantasy is. That's how I feel about it. But anyway, I'm not gonna talk about Kingdom Hearts for the rest of the stream.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, it is fluffy. That's a good definition.
Yeah, that's what he said. But and now they're this year because they're remaking Super Mario RPG.
Yep.
For the Switch, and that's gonna be dope.
Right.
I was trying to introduce them to all those games and stuff like that. We did. We bonded over those Turtles games.
Like
I know.
Turtles?
I think
like in time, Turtles in Time.
Yeah, we played the one. Oh, we played the old NES ones and shit because he had those. But there was one for the PlayStation 2 that was it was based off the 2003 series of Turtles.
We never had a PS2, so we didn't play a lot of PlayStation 2.
I was just doing that shit. That was fun.
Did you always pick the same
he
Turtles?
Also said he went to that back in 19. So that would have been 19. That's before I knew him.
Okay.
And when he told me this story, I was jealous because he went to the fucking the Coming Out of Their Shells tour.
What? I don't even know what that is. What are you talking about?
That? Yeah, what the hell is that?
1990. So you know how all the kid shows always do like fucking, come see fucking Paw Patrol on Ice or Paw Patrol Live or whatever. So Turtles had the same thing. Back when the Turtles came out in 1990, they had the Coming Out of Their Shells tour, a live action musical tour featuring the Ninja Turtles as they did a whole action adventure series and shit like that with Shredder and April on stage and stuff like that. And they sang songs the whole fucking time.
That's
I
sick.
had that. I got the tape from Pizza Hut when I was like 5 or some shit like that. And then I meet Joe years later, and he tells me he went to the fucking concert, dude. I was like, what? Really? Because he lived out in Seattle. Yeah, and all the good shit, I guess.
Right.
There.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That is what's cool about being like near a big hub like Dallas or Austin.
Yeah.
Because we can.
I think Grandma just spoiled the shit out of him, man.
I bet.
And that was like he had. I remember when they had a spare bedroom when they lived in Kellogg, him and Grandma, and they had a spare bedroom down in the basement. They had a set of. It was Simpsons. It was a Simpsons set, comforter and sheets and shit like that. And I had that same fucking set, which was crazy.
Sweet. That's dope.
Like we were so similar though. I don't know if that's what drew us together or what, because like both of our names are very similar.
Huh.
So like
Joe and Joe.
Joseph Wayne Tegler, and my name's Josiah Wayne Kuchler.
Oh, what?
We had almost the same amount of fucking letters, and like we had the same amount of letters in both of our fucking names. Joseph and Josiah, 6 letters each. Tegler, Kuchler, both the same amount. It was weird.
That's crazy.
That's weird.
Like, who were your go-to turtles when you played?
Always Raphael, man.
Who was Joey?
I'm trying Donatello.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. I was always Leo. He was always Raphael.
Yeah, I liked Raph.
Yeah.
Fucking turtle nerd, dude.
We
finally got that new movie coming out. I can't
that
wait.
That new one actually looks pretty good.
So
yeah, they actually seem like teenagers in this one, not like an adult imagination of a teenager. How did you guys
feel about the Spider-Verse? The Spider-Verse movies. You seen
I
any of
haven't
those?
seen the second one, but the first one.
Yeah, the first one's
amazing.
fantastic. Second one, without giving spoilers, I feel like I watched half a movie. So
yeah, it does feel like half a movie. It was
3 hours.
Sick.
It's awesome. It's like 2.5, 3 hours. But
I like that. The comic book animation style that they're going about now.
Yeah, I think we're going through like an animation revolution right now. Like,
I think some great shit.
Everything went really Pixar-y. Like every DreamWorks Pixar kind of like made everything look the same. And now like there's this whole animation revolution I think is happening.
Well, just wait until it's all AI doing the shit.
Right.
I'm pretty sure. What's that show I was watching? Secret Invasion on
the
Disney
Marvel.
Plus. Yeah. Secret Invasion. That whole opening, I wonder, that whole opening of that show, the way that the animation's done, I swear, it's got to be some AI shit.
Interesting. We haven't seen it yet. We read the comics. Did you read the Secret Invasion?
Well, you know about SAG on strike right now, right?
Oh, yeah.
So very well could
right
be.
Now, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if they had no one to fucking make up that thing, let's get AI to do it. Because if you watch that intro for that show, it's like, it reminds me of like some of these AI videos and stuff you see, and like the way that the AI.
You see like a hand clip through like a wrist at one point, and
like the hands
or something.
Like it was.
They don't look like hands. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird stuff because it can't get it quite right. But it's pretty awesome.
Oh, surprise! We were actually AI.
Oh, damn it! Damn it!
Gotcha.
Again, fucking iPhone.
Oh yeah, it's hilarious.
I was what the fuck was I? Let's see. I'm trying to. Yeah, I guess. But living in that house up there in Ammo District.
Real quick, dude. Let me take our first break. This is how I monetize. Really? Yeah, or it's how I monetize the show. It's like an hour in, so usually an hour. This is how I usually monetize. So yeah, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back. So stick around after 60 seconds
messages,
after this message.
After these messages,
ad space. All right,
we'll be right back.
Boom, we're back.
Boom.
All bada bing, bada boom. So yeah, you said you wanna go to Austin, or you wanna move to Austin?
No, I ain't gonna move to Austin. I just want to go there. Give me some tickets to Kill Tony.
Bro, I didn't know you watched Kill Tony.
That's my favorite show of all time, dude.
This is crazy.
I watch it I watch what?
What? I do counseling every week. I'm trying to get the mind good, you know.
Yeah, that's good.
My counselor's a big ass fan. He was actually
he
actually got tickets and seen it. What?
Damn.
Like 4 weeks ago or some shit like that.
They're so hard to get. They're so hard to get, and they're expensive.
Just opened up a new batch too, but they're probably gone already.
Yeah.
I don't know.
One day I'm gonna make it. I gotta go out there because I'm close-ish.
Yeah, he just did his first stand-up set.
Oh yeah, last week.
Last Saturday.
Yeah.
You did a stand-up set?
Yeah. We'll send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you.
I did 10 minutes.
He said he was booked as a headliner.
Yeah, I know. My first ever set, I was a headliner.
He's been wanting to get into the scene.
Dude, I've been obsessed with comedy for like
He's been wanting to get into the scene for so long.
I found Kill Tony like I think 6 years ago now. I started watching it and I've seen every episode for the last 6 years. And I'm like, I've just been like honing in on comedy. So I figured I wouldn't bomb, but I actually did pretty well as far as like being my first set. I know eventually if I keep doing it, I'm going to bomb. So I'm looking forward to that. But, it was fucking awesome.
My last musical performance was a bomb.
Really?
A killer bomb.
Yeah.
And it made me feel so bad. I never felt that way after doing a fucking performing music. I never felt that way before. That was the first time. Usually, usually it's like, oh, I'm a rock star. Everything's great.
Yeah.
Not that time. No,
Everybody's just
the
like
last
avoiding
time?
eye contact or like.
I cried.
Dude.
Was this
I
post-COVID
cried on
or?
the way home.
Oh,
This was right before COVID.
Uh-huh.
damn.
I did a
Like,
show
what
in
happened?
Olympia. I don't know what the fuck it was. Maybe it's my medication or something. It was right. I don't know. I wasn't on medication at the time. Actually, it was 2018.
Well, maybe that was the problem.
2019.
No, I don't know.
Maybe that's what it was. Went to Olympia. It was a really depressing fucking bar place there. There were
Mhm.
fucking like everybody was living all over the sidewalks on the outside.
Ooh.
And it felt real bad about that. And then I go into this bar and I'm drinking drinks and then the show set up in the back and stuff. I'm hanging out with all the other guys in the back in the alleyway and stuff, making friends and stuff. Everybody's having a good old time, networking, handshaking and shit. And I decided to open. I shouldn't have opened. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was. Everybody else, like, dude was like, "Who wants to open?" I was like,
I'll go.
I had my kids and my wife in the car outside. So I was like,
Oh.
"Fuck, okay, I gotta hurry because we gotta fucking get back, you know." And so I did the set, and then I was talking to people afterwards, and everybody's attitude towards me changed right away. I don't know what the fuck it was. Was it I was so fucking whacked that no one wants to hang out with me anymore, or are they threatened by me? I'm not sure, but everybody was like, "Fuck you" afterwards.
Interesting.
I felt bad.
So it wasn't a bad performance or anything? It was just...
I don't feel like it was a bad... I brought my best shit.
Mm-hmm.
I practiced like a motherfucker. I hit every fucking word. I don't know if it was just the crowd. Maybe it's Olympia. Fuck Olympia, man.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
You never know, dude.
Fucking Olympia.
Yeah, straight up.
I don't know. I felt bad. And I hadn't done a show since. The last one I was gonna set up, there's this bar out here. One of the chicks who introduced me to Joe, Heather, she runs the bar.
Oh, shit.
And she was gonna let me do a show out there at that, and I had my whole lineup. There's this other local rapper dude out here, from Wallace or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing pretty good. He's got a pretty big following and shit.
Oh, yeah.
And I asked him to get on the show. He was down, and then this other guy found a MySpace back in the fucking thing, right?
Yeah.
And I found him. He's from Coeur d'Alene. His name's Too Trashed, and he's one of the dopest fucking rappers I ever fucking heard.
Okay, hell
And
yeah.
he's just some dude. He ain't even about money or nothing, but he's got the dopest fucking songs. I
Oh,
love
yeah.
his songs. I love his voice. It's like he's got like a lisp to it, but it's a magical lisp.
Hell yeah.
Something about that. His voice is he's got an awesome fucking voice, and he's got an awesome view on things, and he makes fucking dope ass tracks. If you find him Too Trashed, the number
Too
two,
Trashed.
Trashed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
I'll
like
check him
my
out after
favorite
this.
from up here. The only other guy I found up here that like, because every once in a while you hear a motherfucker that's like, that guy's special.
Mm-hmm.
These other guys, I've heard all this other shit coming from everybody else, but every once in a while you'll hear something that comes out that, like, this is something special, you know.
Hell yeah.
And that was one of those. Too Trash. And then he's awesome. And then like Seattle, there was one other guy I seen out there like that. Mojo Barnes.
Okay.
At this one show, and like he's just stood out. All these other, like, you see these people and they just come up, they do the thing and they go, and they come up, they do the thing, they go.
Yeah.
But those are the two that out of my head that stuck the fuck out. Like, these people might do something.
Hell yeah. I love moments like that. But like, you know, you play enough shows, you experience that a lot, you know.
Yeah.
You see those dudes that are
pretty
like,
cool.
what a minute. Like, you see so many shows, like everybody does a lot of the same thing or chases trends or whatever. And then you see that one guy's like doing something different. You're like, oh, I'm gonna take that.
Just the one guy that's not fucking boring.
Right.
Yeah.
The one guy that makes you like, I'm glad I came out here tonight.
Yeah.
Because this guy.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
That was like, there was one dude who pulled that move. I've never pulled that move off.
Mm-hmm.
But I seen the dude do it, and he hopped off the stage, and he starts rapping with everybody in the crowd.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. You ever see that guy? I've never
most
pulled that.
definitely.
I've
I
done
don't
it a
think I
couple
would do
times.
it.
Yeah, I
I do the
like doing that.
t-shirt
Chesky.
hucking.
Yeah.
Throwing t-shirts is fun.
Yeah.
Like footballs into people's faces.
Yeah.
Oh, for a while we were getting packs and packs of glow sticks, and we were just cracking them and throwing out in the crowd. So then everybody would start.
Oh, the fucking liquid
Yeah, like,
shit.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So then we were like, okay, so now everybody's lit up. They have them around the wrists and shit like that. So it kind of made us stand out as far as like there's something that you can't forget. Like when you go home, you go, I know exactly where I got this. Yeah, we always try to think of it different. Like I remember him buying a pack of blunts once, and he just started because he had a line in a song where he talked about rolling up a blunt. So he just, as he was rapping it, he pulled out blunts and just started tossing them in the, and everyone's like, "Oh shit! Oh shit!"
Really?
Yeah, straight up. Because the line was, I was talking about that with Rose in my last interview too. That's what's funny that came up. Yeah, because the line, because I didn't remember the line. I can't remember put it in chat. It smells like fuck, now I forgot it again. Grape, smells like grape. Wait, it tastes like grape, but it don't. Wait, it smells. Fuck, I don't know. It's like grape, but it don't smell that way to me, or something like that. So I pull out fucking grape Brillos and I start just put them into the, like, throw them into the people in the front. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's what you get when you stand in the front at a show. You get blunts,
you get treats, you get
treats.
To
the stage. Bring it in.
It was 2 or 3 days before Thanksgiving. What year? I don't know. Years ago, right before Thanksgiving, and me and my daughter, I had my daughter draw up all these labels for Hojo's holiday sauce, and then we went to Big Lots and we bought up like every almost fucking expired can of fucking cranberry sauce they had, and then we put labels on the outside, all Hojo's holiday sauce, wrapped all the bitches. And then I put those on the front of the stage during that show. So anybody come up, you want a free can of Hojo's holiday sauce, come get some. Enjoy your
That's
Thanksgiving
awesome.
dinner. So I thought that would stick out.
No, that is good.
You know.
That is good, man.
That's innovative. You know what I'm saying? Like
free food for the fucking holidays, or like handing out spams. Or you ever had one of those Thanksgivings where you don't have a turkey, you just have like one of those fucking turkey-flavored hams?
We always have someone who's cooking a nice dinner.
I always say they. I would say they. You say we. I say they. Like our dad or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I actively.
No, I said we always have someone who cooks.
Someone who cooks.
Yeah. Like we always go somewhere where our family's cooking something like a big spread. Nice spread.
Yeah.
I fucking hate Thanksgiving, so I don't fuck with it.
Yeah.
I try to avoid as much as possible.
Food's good, but
yeah, the food's good.
I'm like, but yeah, we're American. We overeat every day, so I'm like, what's different about Thanksgiving? Just the food. It's the same food we have on Christmas
the turkey.
too. Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta swap that. That's what I was trying to do last year. Was get everybody have a just have a fancy like steak dinner.
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
Fuck buying like all this shit and spending all day to fucking prepare it all. Let's get some fucking fancy steaks.
Yeah.
Yo.
And just fucking cook that and fucking just have a jolly old time with a fucking baked potato or something.
Oh,
asparagus.
I love me a New York strip, boy. I could eat those every day.
It'd probably be cheaper.
Yeah.
When you're getting a good cut of meat, you go get those quality cuts.
Season it yourself.
Easier to cook.
I think instead of fucking turkey, I'm tired of turkey.
Literally tired of turkey.
Fucking turkey.
Comedy. So how early did...
Oh, dude, Mark Norman. You look like Mark Normand?
Mark Norman, the
comedian? Yeah, okay. His special comes out tomorrow on Netflix. I'm probably going to watch it at midnight.
Yeah, man, good shit.
Oh, we can't hear you. Oh, there it goes. You cut out for a second.
Yeah.
I
gotta make sure all my shit's all fucking charged in.
Oh, that's all right.
How yeah, go ahead. Because I was gonna ask you how early did you start playing shows?
So the first one, let's see, first time on stage, 6th grade talent show.
Okay. Were you rapping?
Me and my friends. No, me and my friends made a fucking parody. I was really into Weird Al back in the day.
Fuck yeah.
Weird Al goes so hard.
Yeah, so we made a parody of Peaches by the presidents of the United States of America.
Okay.
We call it Leeches. So that was my first performance in front of people, I think. And then we did after that there were It was a talent show. Then I did like a Halloween dance. The second one I did where I happened to have a beat with me. And I gave it to the fucking DJ at the Halloween dance and said, "Put this shit on." And then I went up there and did a fucking set. That was my first rap set
Okay.
in high school. And then what day was that? So the first when we were the Neo Ninjas. I don't know why that was the band name. Neo Ninjas. I don't know. My whole thing, when I started that shit, when I was making my tapes in my basement, when your brother lived across the street, I made it was still way into fucking, as you can see, ninjas and stuff.
Yeah.
So I made Neo Ninja Records. That was my label that I was putting my tapes out under, right? So it's the new ninjas, right? So I like made the image and shit, and I mailed it to myself. I never opened it.
Oh, so post,
the poor man's copyright.
The copyright, yeah.
I still got that thing. I still got that letter.
Nice.
But it had the logo and the name of everything. And then when we started making music, so the other Chris that was here, when I was introduced to him, when Allie had her computer, and then Chris Marshall, the guy who had the Tascam, he brought this other Chris over and was like, "This guy's good at rapping." And we made a song that day. It's What You Got on Fetus the Fetus. So we fucking knew each other for 15 minutes. And then well, I met that guy for 15 minutes, and we fucking knocked that song out. Like, fucking bam.
Boom.
So it was on from that day. He was like, I heard him rap, and I was like, this guy's fucking amazing. This guy's a fucking dope. Because I couldn't fucking do those things that he could do. Like, if you hear him in some of the songs, because he's the faster guy. He raps faster. He's got fucking style in his raps and shit like that. My shit's just fucking rhyme. But he's got a flow, and he was one of the best rappers I ever heard. So I'm glad that I was able to recruit him to the team and put him on the fucking team. So we recorded What You Got that day when I first met him. The song A Few Good Bitches with Joe, there was a couple nights we spent fucking up late. Because he got me a job at Walgreens when I first moved over to fucking Seattle, and he was assistant manager at Walgreens. And so we'd both get home at like 11 or 12 or whatever, and fucking we were working at different stores and stuff. And then it was like, I really want you on the song, man, because I wanted to bring him with me anywhere that I was fucking going. I'm like, dude, you're coming with me, man, because I don't even think his dreams were on the same pars. Like, I wanted to fucking do music and stuff. He wanted to do all the stuff he wanted to do, but still, I was like, bring you with me.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just wanted to be part of this shit. So that was.
So was it your idea to have him draw the
Ninja logo thing for the CD? Yeah, I was like, hey, you should draw me a thing for the CD.
So you're just trying to involve him any way you could.
Yeah, I wanted to involve him any way I could because he's my best fucking friend.
Right.
You know, it was like I didn't want. I always thought that we was like another ICP reference. I know Dallas is a fucking clown town. I know that because they threw a dart there back in '95. They threw a dart there in '95 and went and fucking promoted like crazy in Dallas. But because their names were Joe Bruce and Joseph Usler.
Wait, ICP?
Joe and Joey. Yeah, Joe and Joey.
Oh, those their real names? What,
yeah.
Shaggy and Violent J?
Violent J, Joe and Joey, yeah.
Holy shit, that's crazy.
I always thought me and Joe was like that too. He was Joe when I was fucking, as everybody called me, Josiah.
Yeah.
At home, everybody calls me Joe and stuff. But when I was a little kid, I was Joey also.
Oh, okay.
But then in order to differentiate, I guess, when I moved back to Kellogg back in the day, there was Joe. He was already established as Joe. So I was Josiah. It was just me with him. But I always thought of us as the new Joe and Joey, you know?
That's dope. Did you do you watch Your Mom's House with Tom Segura and Christina P?
Yeah.
Did you see the episode with Shaggy 2 Dope on it?
Yeah.
Okay, that episode was crazy. That video with the slide was like,
Yeah,
whoa,
he
shit.
fucking with his arm fucking breaking.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's disgusting.
Oh, dude, Shaggy 2 Dope had crazy stories too about his shit breaking.
Hardcore!
Yeah. Fucking.
Yeah,
That episode was great. Anyway.
all that. Yeah, I was doing. Oh, that was when Joe dropped his fucking. So before the lethal accident,
Mm-hmm.
he had an accident before that accident.
Oh shit.
So I don't know if that was foreshadowing or whatever. So we were still living in the Green Ghetto with Grandma, and he was since he was the assistant manager at Walgreens. Mr. DeBose was like, "Hey, take this money down to the bank and deposit it."
Hmm.
He just had his bike. He just got his bike. Grandma co-signed for his bike. He got his bike. He was so excited about his bike.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was taking the money to the bank on the clock. And somebody fucking made a left. He fucking dropped the fucking bike and fucked his ankle up real hella bad.
God damn. Like
And
a
then,
crush or like a scrape or like what? Like
I think he dropped the bike on his ankle. So
Ugh.
it was a really bad fucking sprain. It was fucking
Oh,
purple as shit. So this
Mhm.
was like May 2004. So right when Allie got back.
Fuck.
And his ankle was all big and purple, and he had this fucking brace. I kept fucking hitting it.
Walgreens give him a payout.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Did they pay for that since he was on the clock?
I
think
don't
legally-
really know.
I think legally they're
I
supposed
don't
to give
really
him a
know.
paycheck because if you're on the
Yeah.
clock working for because I've
He
given a lot
never
of money to
mentioned
banks.
anything like that. He never mentioned anything,
Oh.
but he was out a week. He was out of work for like a week or so before
Shit.
he went back complimented on a coach.
Yeah.
Like, cause he never missed work or anything like that. He was always fucking there.
Yeah.
But then that happened in May 2004, and then the summer 2004 was pretty dope. With our still out of our house in the summertime with people who were young and partying and stuff. We had some pretty good fucking parties. We recorded that song, "A Few Good Bitches," after writing that all one night, and that was pretty dope.
That was
Yeah.
is that the only song he ever did a verse on?
Yeah, that's the only one I was able to get on because we finished the fucking. I was trying to spread out all the fucking tracks because all the songs are originally written on that frickin' Buff Beats
Yeah.
fucking royalty free CD or
Yeah.
whatever. I'd written all these songs and then I just started dropping verses and like because everybody wanted to be part of it,
Mm-hmm.
and I started handing out verses and stuff. And I knew I wanted Joe on that song. I wanted him to be my fucking rap homie with me
Mm-hmm.
on fucking stage. But then I think he was going to end up winding up being the manager, I guess, at that point because
Yeah.
he started taking these business classes. I don't know what kind of business classes or where they were at, but he was going to some place downtown taking some weird classes.
Shit.
So was that like
And then
the business class he wanted? Do you know if he wanted to take him for like your like the
he
record
wanted to
label,
start
or-
up his fucking speaker shop.
Okay, speaker like that you
He
drop in an
wanted to do
amplifier.
car speakers. Yeah.
Oh,
hooking
okay.
up car speakers.
That's
He
crazy.
was good at that. He liked doing that shit all the fucking time. He was
So he
always
loved
hooking up-
music. He just didn't want to actually. He wasn't really trying to make it.
Yeah. He wasn't like fully in going to make it. He liked fucking. He was working with his hands all the time.
Mhm.
Like I had no idea how to do shit on cars.
Yeah.
He was always working on his fucking car and doing things like that on his truck or his car or whatever. And like he got a Honda. I remember he got a fucking Honda. It was an Accord. It was a red Honda Accord, I
It was
think.
the second car I ever had.
He had his uncle got it for him in Seattle and sent it to him in Idaho. And then he had that until he moved to Seattle, which he promptly crashed it on the fucking West Seattle Bridge.
Oh shit.
It's right at Raceville's. I went with him to the fucking races. There was always the races. Like we'd go out at night and all these people with their fucking racers and shit. Like it was like fucking Fast and Furious shit going on.
Yeah.
And he's there in his fucking Volkswagen and shit.
Wow.
And then the cops come up and chase us off. Those were always fun nights.
That's crazy.
We do that stuff. There was one night we went down when I was visiting because I came over to visit Seattle 2 times before I moved over there. The summer 2001, the summer 2002. I can't remember. We went to the fucking trains downtown, And we sat on top of the fucking trains and we're walking through all the bum shit and shit. We gotta fucking climb up the ladder on the train. We're sitting on top of the train in the fucking Soto and fucking Seattle, the fucking industrial district and shit. And we're just fucking looking at the city, just fucking smoking a bowl on top of a train.
That's
That's
awesome.
fucking magical moments like that. It's just like, those aren't everyday fucking.
That's incredible, man.
They don't happen every day. That was dope.
Yeah,
And,
it's like moments
he's
like
doing-
that you don't realize when they're happening that they're gonna be so, important.
Yeah.
You're just there. You're like, oh, let's go on top of these trains. Okay, let's smoke a bowl. Let's smoke.
Yeah.
You don't realize, like,
See, he was always getting in trouble for his graffiti too.
Oh,
That's
that's
fucking
the only
dope.
reason he was. That's the only reason he was on probation.
oh fuck.
got
How did they
caught.
get him?
Was he on? Was he on probation when he died? He might have been.
Hmm.
Because he got caught in downtown Seattle with fucking tagging shit.
Fuck.
There's cops pulling up at the wrong fucking time. But he had some pretty dope ass fucking tags.
I bet.
Yeah, I think that in the big book of drawings and stuff that Lita had, that there were some actual like photos of some of his graffiti and stuff too. That I guess somebody
Yeah.
snapped, and
Mhm.
just to
Him
save
and
his-
Dustin were into that shit, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And did
'Cause
Dustin? Did he play music or anything?
He's a drummer.
Oh, okay.
He's a
Hell
drummer
yeah.
now. He played for bands and stuff like that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I need to get, So if you guys could hit him up, he'd
Yeah, that'd
probably
be dope.
fucking be
Hell
a good
yeah.
episode. I know that they went to a fucking Tom Petty concert.
That's it.
And I never appreciated Tom Petty until I got into my 30s. That's
Yeah.
the weirdest fucking thing.
I'm kind of the
That's
same
a-
way, dude. Like it seemed kind of tame, like just normal rock and
like
roll
back
or
in the day,
whatever.
it's just this. But then
Yeah.
as I get older and I listen to it, I'm like, holy fuck!
Like
Tom
yeah,
Petty.
yeah. He's like on some whole like other level, like of like I don't know, kind of philosophical and I don't know, kind of seem in the same vein, kind of not really as like Peter Gabriel or I don't know, just like those innovators, Bruce Springsteen, just those dudes that like brought something that was missing from what people were doing on the scene. You know what I'm saying? Where like people are like always like even huge pop sensations have always like chased trends or tried to like do what the most popular was, and there's always those one artists that aren't quite doing that, even though they're the contemporaries. You know, I always love those types of artists, and Tom Petty's definitely one of those dudes. Like he hated doing videos because he didn't like visuals going with the music. Like music is something you hear and the visuals will distract you. And now it's like you can't release a song without having a video with it, you know? And yeah, it's weird.
See, that's why they need to release every song with a dose of salvia.
Straight up.
and then every song will have a magical music video you can create in your own fucking brain right there.
Exactly, solutions. My man's got solutions.
We had a good week run with Salvia when we were like 17, 18. That was fun.
You guys, that shit's fucking nuts.
No, that was after we started smoking weed. I would not have tried Salvia
18,
first.
19,
We were like 19,
19, 20, yeah.
I was about to
Yeah,
say,
that's
because we
true.
were hanging out with Matt a lot.
And Justin.
Yeah.
But
those are crazy days. Yeah. Great early music video.
Before we get to what else happened? What's those stuff? I got too many fucking things.
I want to hear all the best Joey stories. Did you ever go to a concert together?
Yeah. We went to the first concert we went together, Blink 182.
that's the first concert I ever been to.
Still never seen
Or
it.
Blink 182
Yeah.
in 2001.
Shit.
Wow.
So it was the summer of 2001, yeah.
Take off your pants.
That's
and
crazy.
Whatever
jacket.
tour they were on that summer.
Hey,
think that was
let's
take
just-
off your
let's just
pants
point
and
out all our
jacket.
tattoos throughout this whole thing. That's right.
But it was at the Gorge, so I came to Seattle to visit. And then everybody was like, hey, we got Blink 182 tickets. We're going to go see Blink 182. And since it was on the way to dropping me back off over here in Idaho, like, okay, we're all getting Blink 182 tickets.
Let's go.
So I went, bought my Blink 182 tickets. It was like, all right, here we go to the concert. And we go to the concert, and we got super fucking stoned. I don't think I got as drunk as I wanted to, but I did smoke some weed, so that's good. I was 16.
Do you remember who they were playing with?
I don't, but I remember one song that they played that made me so happy they fucking played it. Because I was like, what? You guys are going to fucking do this song right now? Fucking Hope.
Is that
I
from
don't
their
even know
first
that
album?
song.
You say you torture me. You're
I don't
not
know.
ready to think about someone else.
Is that from Cheshire Cat?
When he comes home, you'll be in some zombie gun, but I know my day will come. It's I think it's originally Black Flag. I think.
Oh, it's a
Sublime
cover?
covered it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Sublime covered it on 40 Ounces to Freedom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes
That would
sense.
be way more
And then
familiar to
fucking
me.
they covered that shit on that show, and I was so fucking happy that they did that. But the fucking launch pit at the Blink 182 show was so tame, and I was so disappointed.
The Rock Show? Like
The
this-
mosh pit.
Oh, the Mosh Pit. I thought you said the Rock.
The mosh pit was so tame because me and Joe went in there. And I was
Yeah.
like, we're gonna fuck this shit up.
Let's go.
We're going in this mosh pit.
And everybody was like, ew, stop.
Yeah, we were too rowdy. We got kicked out
Really?
of the mosh pit.
Too rowdy for a mosh pit.
Rowdy.
That's
Oh my God, it's Blink 182.
a paradox.
Hold up.
That's an oxymoron. Too rowdy for a mosh pit.
Is this punk or what?
Yeah, what are we doing here?
Yes, I was like, what the fuck, man? And some of those songs they were fucking playing were some fucking heavy hitters too. So I was
Yeah.
like, fuck.
Damn.
But
No,
that was a pretty good show.
my
Yeah, and then we went to the Hatchet Rising tour, 2001. That's Insane Clown Posse, Twisted, Blaze You Dead Homie, and Dark Lotus.
Okay.
And
is that the one
yeah.
that Dark Lotus got kicked off of?
no, that was the first. That was
Oh.
the first time they did. They did not cancel that show.
Oh, okay.
And that's how I fucking so the girlfriend that I had to ditch to go move to Seattle with, that's where I first got her at because she was in my art class. Joe, so it's my junior year. Joe's already in Seattle. Dark Lotus is coming to Seattle. I don't have a car. This bitch got a car. She's
Okay.
also a juggalette.
Time to do some word magic.
Yeah, I started macking.
Yeah.
But I had a girlfriend also, so I had to be careful. So
Oh, shit.
all right, but I got her to take me to Seattle and go watch this fucking Dark Lotus show with Joe, and we had a fucking dope ass time.
No regrets.
No regrets,
regrets.
bro.
Yeah, I bought a wallet at that show, and I still have that fucking wallet.
Damn, hell yeah. Does it have a chain on it?
A leather chain wallet, yeah.
Had to have a chain. Come on.
How did I know?
You heard the
Yeah,
year.
that-
2001,
Yeah,
dude.
that was dope. 2001, that show was fucking dope. And then what other shows did we see? We seen some of his friend Alex, from over there in Seattle. He was a guitarist and was in a bunch of bands. We seen a few of his shows, doing little band shows, and then we see any other concerts together. I'm wondering. We went to that Dark Lotus show, but it got canceled. We seen Twisted. He had his Twisted charm that he always wore. And those times he got from that Twisted show, which I also got the same chick to take me to.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Oh, I'm fucking a douche, man.
Hey, you had a good
do,
time.
man. It's about the music, man.
You were young.
Yeah.
You're all good.
I was young, dumb, and full of stuff to spray all over her face.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, it's
but
fucking
yeah, we've seen those, and then yeah. Then when I got over there, we moved over there. I know he did mushrooms for the first time that summer.
Hell
So
yeah.
I'm hoping that gave him some. I see.
Hmm.
Everybody's bitching now. You hear him back there?
I'm kind of.
Barely.
It's in on.
But,
Can't tell.
We yeah. After that, he did mushrooms that summer. I know. So I hope that gave him some good insight
Mm.
into what's going on. I know that his favorite ICP album was Riddlebox. So if that
I know
one meant
we
a
know
lot to him.
Juggalo homies, and that's about it. They came. You know
Yeah.
the game Backyard Wrestling that came out.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
when that came out, we played that every day in the fucking basement, and he was trashing everybody.
Oh,
He was
shit.
fucking everybody out. I was trying because they had the fucking reversal fucking mechanic,
Yeah.
and you get in those fucking reversal battles where you're fucking
Yeah, just reverse
Yeah.
it.
yeah,
Da, da, da.
and everybody you just and then bah, you fuck everybody up every fucking time, man. We played that like nonstop.
We played the shit out of it too.
Mhm.
on the fucking
So the
PlayStation
soundtrack,
2.
like all those songs from ICP, like those are the ones we know. Anything else other than that, we don't really know much.
Yeah. Well, if you check that album out, check out Riddlebox. That was
Riddlebox.
That was definitely. I loaned him that one first. That was his favorite one out of all those.
I'm gonna have to listen to that just to
Definitely.
hear what he was bumping.
Yeah, but he was also like 16, 17 at the time. So yeah,
Hell
that's
yeah.
two of the young man's brain, I guess.
Yeah.
But and then after it was so. I know you want the sad shit. Be the sad shit.
Uh-huh.
It was February. No, it's November. So we put that CD out. We printed all the labels up for Fetus to Fetus and put all that shit out. And got that out to everybody who was out in the streets slinging that shit. Nobody wanted to buy it. Put flyers up everywhere and stuff.
Was this still called the Neo Ninjas at that time?
It was still Neo Ninjas, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody else voted for that name.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But we put that out and then months go by. So that was that fucking stupid fucking day. November 12th, 2004, I was working. I was working at the time and sweeping the floor at Walgreens at night. And
The
I
same
get that
store
fucking,
that he was working at?
well, he started in that store.
Mm-hmm.
He started in the store that I was working at, but since he was an assistant manager, he moved to the White Senate store,
Okay.
which was just it was a couple miles away. And then got a call that night that who was it? His friend, so Austin. He's a fucking overall douchebag of all douches. Know
Like,
his name, Austin
to this
Hosley.
day?
If you guys, yeah, he's still a douche. He's a mega douche.
Okay.
But he was playing like he was cool back in the day. But he's one of those guys that as soon as he gets a girlfriend, poof,
Cut you
he's
off.
gone.
Yeah.
Mm.
Poof, he's gone, right? But he called me up because he worked at the same store as Joe, and he called me up that night and said he was in an accident and he was dead or some shit. And I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck are you talking about, dude? And then I started fucking calling around. I tried to call Allie. I don't think she was. I finally got a hold of Allie, I think. And then she told me what the fuck happened. And I started freaking out and I called Austin again. I was like, where the fuck you at? He says, I'm on the way to the hospital. I'm like, what the fuck you do? Get the fuck over here and pick me up, you piece of shit. And
Yeah.
I was the meanest motherfucker ever probably that fucking night.
I bet.
And then fucking we got a ride to fucking Harborview. He took me to Harborview. Went to Harborview, and the store manager was standing outside the fucking door. They wouldn't let me in or anything. Allie was in there. Grandma got in there. And they told me what was up, and I just fucking broke down there. At the fucking door. As Mr. DuBose told us, that was his manager. If you find him on Facebook, you can look him up.
Okay.
He's a good dude. Carl DuBose. And then after all that shit, and the messed up thing, so everybody was there that night. Everybody was there with some big, drunken, quiet fucking slob of everybody just trying to come to grips with what the fuck happened and shit. But then the next morning, Allie did something she wasn't fucking, I guess, authorized to do. So that pissed Grandma off pretty bad. The next morning, the vultures came.
Mm-hmm.
And that always happens after fucking people die. So she let everybody into his fucking room and into his closet and shit. And they all went in there like a bunch of fucking vultures. That's the only way I can describe it. And just started fucking picking everything out of everywhere, out of the fucking closet and stuff.
Holy fuck.
She had
literally
no
like vultures.
She had no authority to fucking do that shit.
Were you
Grandma
there?
was really. I was there. I was like, "What the fuck's going on?"
Were you trying to like?
Went in, grabbed everything, and everybody fucking was gone. It was that fucking quick.
Wow.
It was just like fucking seeing fucking vultures on a fucking body or something like that. They're all down there, and you give it. They all fly away, and everything's fucking gone.
Oh,
I was like, "What the fuck?" And that pissed Grandma off real fucking bad.
I bet.
And then, not only fucking 2 weeks fucking later, 2 fucking weeks. So Joe's friend John after he died, he said he would move in with us to help fucking cover Joe's portion of the rent. And then within 2 fucking weeks, Allie was porking that dude in the fucking basement.
Wow.
Wow.
Right in his fucking game room, dude, on his fucking futon.
Holy shit.
That's the biggest fucking disrespect in the fucking world.
Yeah, that's.
I was
fucked
like,
up.
what the? How the fuck you gonna do that?
Yeah.
And you know what I did?
What?
I bounced. Hella quick.
Yeah.
Like within a fucking week, I packed all my shit and bounced. I wasn't paying no more rent. And then they fucking got evicted or some shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
My
Holy
name
shit.
was off that shit. Well, I fucking bounced. Fuck you. You're gonna fucking
Yeah.
you gonna do my boy like that? Fucking only 2 fucking weeks.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Fucking cold,
Did you-
dude. Like
Did you meet our mom when she went up there?
I did. I
Yeah.
did. As
'Cause-
you guys say that you guys said that was the you guys said abandoned.
yeah.
But I don't on the story I heard, I don't think it sounds like that.
Okay.
I don't think it's
this is
abandonment. I
something
think
on-
it's more like taken. Because
Really?
according to Grandma told me the story of what happened. So she said, are you guys ready to hear this shit?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Got no
Here we
secrets.
go.
I'll use it in my stand-up
Okay.
bit when I cope with it.
But she said that so when Joe was about 1 year old, so that had been 84 or whatever the fuck, he lived with his mom across the street from Grandma.
hmm
And then apparently Joe's like 1.5 or something years old, and he walks across the street over to Grandma's house, up to the door, and knocks on the door, and Grandma's like, what the hell? What are you doing over here? You're 1 year old. How'd you get
Yeah.
across the street? And then she goes back over to the mom's house and sees her passed out on the floor, kicks her in the gut, takes the baby, never to be seen again. So I don't think it was
Ah.
an abandonment.
That sounds.
I think it was a.
That sounds pretty accurate.
Yeah.
I
that
think it
makes
was a straight up
that
fucking,
makes
like,
also yeah. That also makes sense.
Yeah,
And what
that's what she told me.
I guess what I would say would be the abandonment part is just like her not even trying to be like in contact with him. I don't know. That's what I
Yeah.
assumed because
Yeah,
like I
see,
said,
and then I got
like our
my
dad had to
sister-
drag her up to Seattle, so I guess at some point
Yeah.
she was trying to go, but I don't know what happened then. Maybe
Mhm.
something happened then, and then didn't see him, hear about him again till
maybe she's
before.
scared of her mom. I don't know.
our
Grandma's
dad
a
always.
powerful lady.
Our dad always said she hated her. Our
Yeah.
dad always said she hated her.
Yeah. She hated her
She's a
mom,
power-
and
well,
because she hated
see,
her
that's-
mom, that we didn't get to see our.
No, that our
brother.
mom hated her mom.
Our mom hated
Do you
grandma.
know- You guys meet Amber at all?
I've talked to
Amber
her
Blake?
over Facebook. Yeah, I've talked to her over Facebook, but I want to talk to her more. But I was supposed to talk to her like.
She's probably the one that because she is definitely Steve's kid, so
hmm
she reminds me so much of Grandma, just the way she looks, and like, cause she would come over for like spring break and shit when Joe was still in school, so she actually come over and she had friends over here in Idaho and stuff. Like she was coming over to visit and stuff. So her and Joe were really close. I know.
Yeah, they were like, like inseparable cousins kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So
think that's
they
what it
were.
was, cousins. Yeah.
Yeah, they're cousins. They're
Yeah.
they was just the closest, I guess, because they were. Because then Christina and what's the oldest one's name?
I can't remember.
Yeah,
I feel so bad now.
yeah, me too.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it's gonna come to me. She always
Yeah.
Michelle.
Amber's the
right?
one that
Michelle?
Michelle,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I was thinking that too.
See, Amber's the one I had
Wow.
the most experience with.
Yeah,
Right.
Amber said that they were up until like I think she was 12 or 14, something like that. Then that's when her and Joey didn't like they were becoming like teenagers and developing their own
Yeah,
social
but I
circles
was
and
trying
stuff
to
like
mac
that.
on her so hard.
That's funny.
She came to visit. I was trying so fucking hard. I was just, hey, you see this virginity? I'll give it to you. No.
Hey, that's my cousin,
didn't-
bro.
She didn't want none of this. So she won.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I
That's
tried.
I know she still stays up there. Like, I definitely like. She's one of the people I want to visit when we go back up there to Seattle.
Which the
And,
craziest thing is because my wife went to school with her.
Mm,
I ended up meeting my wife over there in Seattle, and so she kicked it in some of the same circles as Amber did too. So it's just
yeah,
weird.
that's crazy.
And there's a bunch of weird interconnections.
Yeah.
It's odd.
There is.
Because it's just weird to think because I wouldn't have met my wife or have the kids that I have. Yeah,
Mhm.
none of this shit would have happened.
Right.
And it's so weird to think of after the fact. So, oh no, we lose things and we gain things. But would you give up the things that you gained in order to get back the things that you lost? I don't know. It's a philosophical question.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah,
keep
most
It's some
going.
weird shit.
That's
It's
I totally understand. Like whenever
yeah.
you like you were talking about getting Joey designed the logo, right? Like was there any
Yeah.
time you were like, yo, you're gonna perform with me or anything like that?
Yeah, because we didn't do the first show. Our first show as Neo Ninjas was on January. I think it was January 20th of 2005. That was the first show we were able to get.
Oh.
It was already too late.
Damn.
Yeah.
Did he ever
'Cause
show like interest in that? Like, do you think that there was a point,
Yeah.
like where
Yeah.
you could knock him over and be like, no, we're in this together. We're gonna be
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. I said, you're going to be on stage. You're going to be doing this
yeah,
while I'm doing this.
yeah, fuck yeah, that's amazing.
You zig, I zag.
Yeah.
Dude, I swear I listened to a few good bitches like 100 times. Like, I swear, like that shit. Like when you first sent it to me, like I was not aware that Joey had even recorded a verse. You know, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
Lita sent me to you, and I'm like talking about him, and then you said first verse on a few good bitches, and then I like listened to it, and then he said something about Joe, and I was like, okay, this must be you, right? And then I like threw the messages like, wait a minute. I was like, who's the first verse on
Yeah.
a few good bitches? And I was like, that was literally the first time I heard my brother's voice, you know?
Yeah.
Like and I didn't know I was hearing it. Like that's what's weird.
A
Like
bit stronger.
yeah.
Damn, my bitch will last a whole lot longer. That's from the Rockstar can, dude.
Oh my god.
The Rockstar
faster,
can.
stronger. Yeah.
It's fucking amazing. I was like obsessed
That
with
was
Rockstar for a little bit.
You just
too.
got to look around. You got to look around whatever you're trying to start a verse if you're fucking stuck. Like I got this new. See this right
Yo.
here. I got Super Mario Brothers here. So like the other day, I was just finishing up an EP and stuff in order to put up, and I was looking for the song, and the back says "Jump into an all new adventure," and that's the fucking title track.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Nice.
That's
Look at whatever's around you.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So whenever we were like skateboarding heavy, like that was like our first like I guess passion. We were gonna be pro skateboarders, and that was our shit. You know, like Tony Hawk Pro Skater, and then we got our boards, and then every day, like literally every day
for hours we'd skateboard.
Our friend Heather Hogan, it's a confusing to refer in past tense, but she's trans. She came out a few years ago. But yeah, back in the day, she was Hogan, and she would come over like 5 a.m. and pick us up, and we go skate for like an hour, 2 hours, wait till the bell rang 3 times, and that was the tardy bell.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, we're late for school, let's go.
Because we would skate close enough to the school. Yeah, we
So
would
we could hear
skate
the
close
bell.
enough to hear the bell so that we knew, okay, is that the second one or the third one? All right, good. We'd always be like 5 minutes late to class.
Yeah.
Because had to stretch our time out. We were like, we're skateboarding, dude, up until the last possible second.
And then we would like get out of school, take our shit home, our backpacks or whatever, and then go right back out and skate.
Yeah.
Our mom's like, when are we getting back? I don't know. Where are you going? I don't know. We'll see you when we see you. And we just dip.
Oh, and then they started doing this dickhead move at the school where we would take our boards to school, and then all of a sudden they're like, you can't bring those into
We'd
school.
carry them to every class.
And we would just carry them to every class. We just have our skateboards at all times. And they were like, you can't bring those into school anymore. We're like, fuck you. So we just like threw them behind a bush outside of the school. Somehow they never got stolen. I don't know how.
They're still there when you get back.
They were. People knew. I think people knew. They were like, oh, this is skateboarder kids. They're gonna fucking.
Right. Yeah,
But,
we developed like what we call it skateboard eyes, where like you're always conscious of like the ground underneath your feet, or like
Architecture.
architecture, or the stair set. I could probably hit that rail. Oh, look, that ledge is waxed. You know what I'm saying? And that's like something that is always translated to every art form. And like you said about being observant of the things around you, like
Yeah.
I call it songwriting eyes now. You know what I'm saying? Like as long as your eyes are open, you're not just staring at your phone and lost in social media. Like it shouldn't be hard to write. You know what I'm saying? And it's been a long time since I had like writer's block. Like what I consider writer's block is just me being lazy for
writer's
a day.
block is cap.
It's cap. Straight up.
I heard someone talking about it on a podcast the other day. Writer's block or some shit like that.
I think I'd
How
listen to the
it's just
same
It's just
podcast.
an excuse. Was it Danny Brown?
No, it wasn't Danny. It was definitely a YMH. Was it that new one?
Or was it Dr. Drew?
Dr. Drew, dude. It might have been Dr. Drew. Yeah, because I watched
It's
it every
like,
Friday.
it's not actual writer's block. You're just making excuses.
Yeah.
To fucking,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Dr. Drew.
Just do the fucking work.
Bars. Exactly.
Yeah, Jared Reed or whatever, right?
No, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I think yeah. Anyway, so I watch Dr. Drew every week too.
That's right.
Yeah. Dr.
Obsessed.
Drew, awesome.
Need to get a
See,
Facebook.
That's the thing. So, because jobs now, it's like if I can't get a job where I can't have a fucking AirPod
dude.
in my fucking ear and just fucking absorb that shit while I'm working, I'm so much more
That's
productive.
all I do.
If
Me
I
too.
have an AirPod in my ear, because I'm not thinking about all the bullshit out here that I hate.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about what the fuck's going on in my ear.
And you
Right.
guys
So
turn the machine
it
on.
helps so much more, and it makes the day at work so much more enjoyable.
Me too.
And podcasts, I love the
Yeah.
art form.
Me too. I listen to podcasts all day at work, dude. Are you into
Yeah,
Are You Garbage
definitely.
yet? Are You
Huh?
Garbage? Are You
No.
Garbage? Oh, dude, check it out. It's one of the best podcasts there is.
Check it out.
It's-
What's my number ones? Honeydew.
Honeydew?
I
Ryan
love Honeydew.
Sickler's my man.
Yeah,
I love him.
That's one of
That's
my
the dude
number
I
one
watched.
favorites is Honeydew.
Yeah.
He's got some of the fucking greatest stories.
You know, do you have him on Patreon? Because I don't do any Patreon, but he has
I
a
don't do the
Patreon.
Patreon either.
Well,
I've heard some of the stories that he has
Yeah.
on his Patreon.
I
And
want
it
to
sounds
listen
like
to.
it's worth it.
I know. I want to listen to those because he just sits down and talks to like regular nobody people. Well, not nobodies, but like just people who aren't like celebrities or comedians.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
So
I want to
it's
hear
not
those
like-
people's stories. You know?
Yeah. Well, they were talking about a story of some guy fucking crashed his bike and fucking like he crashed his motorcycle going way too fast. He fucking slid and hit the fucking guardrail. And
Oh.
upon that slide to the guardrail, he like rubbed his legs off until he hit the fucking guardrail and his guts were just hanging out. So he just like erased his legs.
Oh,
Fucking-
God damn.
That's yeah.
Yeah, I can't
And
fuck with
chicks
shit
with
like
two
that.
vaginas and shit. So
Oh yeah, the
Good
nostril
stories, yeah.
vaginas. I forgot about the nostril
Wait,
vagina.
hold
thing.
up, what?
Yeah, dude, girls can
Like a
have like
nose.
a like
It's
it's
like
like a
a
nose.
nose.
Like girls can have two vaginas.
Yeah, I know, because I work with a girl like that, but I didn't know. Literally, I know, I literally do. I work with a girl like that.
That's crazy.
She's having to go through some shit because she's pregnant right now. But
Oh yeah, because sometimes their fallopian tubes,
Oh.
like instead of being like
Mhm.
out and wide like this, they can just be like two little skinny canals.
that's fucking
So
crazy.
depending on where the
man.
baby lays inside of it. Yeah. Anyway, Dr. Drew. Yep. I learned a lot.
That is like way like yeah. I listen to like tame stuff compared to that type shit.
Oh no, I listen to poop and butts.
I listen to mainly
Buttholes.
music, and if it's not
Oops,
music,
farts and
it's
butts.
music podcast. Yeah.
A lot of
I
white
like
talk.
listening. Well, who was that? Whenever we always listen to Rogan sometimes when he has a good guy on.
Yeah,
Who was that guy? The dude who fucking recorded. Who was that? Damn, I can't remember his fucking name. He's the big fucking dude too.
Big
The
J
dude who fucking
Okerson?
recorded. He recorded Blood Sugar Sex Magic.
Anthony Kiedis? Wait, what?
Wait.
No, the fucking producer.
Oh,
They're
Rick
producing-
Rubin.
Rick Rubin.
Yes.
Yeah.
His fucking
Tetragrammaton.
episode. Oh my god!
You talking about
he had
Tetragrammaton?
So much. He got so many fucking like stories. Like I was listening to him and
You're
like,
talking him
holy
on-
shit.
Him on Rogan?
He was on Rogan.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
recording Blood Sugar Sex Magic.
Yeah.
And how they just was it that? I think it might have been Rogan. Yeah.
He's
But
been
he
on
was
a
talking
shitload of
about that shit.
podcasts.
And fucking how they just fucking rented a fucking house out there in Los Angeles and stuff and set everything up and
What's
like
it
that.
called?
That's
The Laurel
dopest
House, the Laurel
fucking-
Canyon House.
Yeah, I just want to spend. That would be the dopest way to do it. Like we have all these fucking, we have these condos out here for all these vacationers and shit. This is dope ass. And my parents fucking, They clean them. That's their job. They fucking clean the condos. All the out of towners come in, stay in
Yeah.
the condos, leave. They clean it up after them.
That's rad.
So I got hookup on one of those fucking. I should rent that place out and just record an album.
Writers,
Yeah,
That's
writers
what-
retreat.
Fuck
Yeah,
yeah, and get just like a bunch of drugs.
yeah.
Did you see a video of like the inside of that house, the Laurel Canyon house that he's talking about?
Yeah, I seen. Yeah.
It's rad. Did
They
you
just-
see? Do you like Linkin Park? They recorded Minutes to Midnight in that house.
That was at the same house.
Yeah.
That's
There's a
fucking dope.
little like 40-minute documentary on YouTube about Minutes to Midnight, just that one record and how they
Just that
recorded
one?
it. Yeah, that's my favorite Linkin Park
Wow.
record. I don't
See,
know.
Linkin Park is like that first fucking album they did, which was so
Hybrid
fucking
Theory.
amazing.
Yo,
Hybrid Theory is such an amazing album because they were able to do that album and sell that many copies
yup.
without a single fucking cuss word on that fucking album.
I didn't even
There's
realize
not a
that.
single swear. There's
No
not a
way.
single swear on that fucking album. And
Yeah,
it's not even the
that's
fucking
crazy.
edited version from fucking Walmart. There's not a single swear on that fucking album.
Yeah, they
Shut
killed
up
it.
when I'm talking to you. That you
Yeah.
don't have to bleep that up. Shut up. He just said shut up. That's all he said. He didn't say anything bad.
It
But
could have
that
been
album-
fuck off.
That's so fucking amazing that they were able to do what they did with that. That
Yeah.
was turning point in fucking music.
It
Guaranteed.
really was.
Yeah.
And even with like the whole rap rock movement, you know what I'm saying? Like it was still rare back then for it to be combined, you know, rap and rock. And
Yeah.
for them to actually do that and just have their own style. Like Chester, everybody says Chester's like one of the
Yeah.
greatest vocalists that ever existed, and you'd be hard pressed to find anyone that
People say
doesn't
that.
agree.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, as far as like
Vocalist-
range,
vocalist.
technique.
You know what my favorite vocalist is?
Oh,
Bradley Noel.
okay.
Sublime.
He is, but he's a great
fucking
vocalist.
awesome. And you know what? Joe hated Sublime. He
Really?
didn't like Sublime. I tried to
Interesting.
bump that shit in the car, and he was like, "No, turn that shit off."
Really?
You're like Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh hell yeah! See, I never really fucked with Red Hot Chili Peppers,
I
and
tried to do Sublime. He wasn't, and I tried to do like Cottonmouth Kings. He wasn't into that either.
Hmm.
He liked Tech Nine. At the end, he was really into Tech Nine.
interesting.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I forget how old Tech Nine is.
It was
It's
because
crazy.
Angelic had just come out, I think,
Hmm.
at that point, and he was all into that album right there.
Hell yeah!
So, but yeah,
I've still not listened to
Sublime.
like a
That's-
lot of like hip hop, or at least like that era of hip hop. It depends. Like I have a very niche like.
Oh, see,
musical
but see, that's
understanding.
some of the shit we used to bump fucking Rough Riders every day
Hell
on the way
yeah.
to school.
Like
'Cause I
DMX.
had this big, yeah.
Okay.
yeah. I had this big ass window outside my living room and shit. And since he lived across the street, every morning I'd be sitting there waiting by my window, looking like a puppy, looking out the fucking window. And he'd pull up in his truck. I'd get out, we'd go to school and shit like that.
And bump
Rough
Rough Riders. Yo, when I first started learning how to play guitar in 2004, like I got a bunch of tabs and I was just getting random songs,
Yeah.
and that was one of the songs I got. That was like one of the first songs I learned on guitar. Bum, ba-dun, dun, dun, da-dun, dun, dun, da-dun, dun, 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 dun. I'm like, yo, somebody jump the beat, let's go. It was good shit, man. Yeah, that fucking that
all
was
the time.
yeah. We started playing. I mean, I really wanted to get into music around 2004. Like once I wanted my guitar.
How old
for
were
our
you guys
14th
in
birthday.
2004?
14.
Yeah,
Yes.
only 14 at the time.
14.
Yeah, that was 19 for me, so I was like,
That's crazy. You're like developed. Crazy.
yeah, no.
Yeah, we were
no, not
wrestling,
really.
wrestling, skateboarding, and like we were about to dive heavy into music. I was about to dive heavy into music. I started learning to play guitar like when we were 14, and that November. I didn't even remember November was that month. That was a blur.
Yeah.
We came home from skateboarding one day, and like our mom was just like drinking wine, a lot of
Yeah.
wine, and all like I remember the TV was off. Usually she has the stereo or the TV or something's going on, or she's in the kitchen or something like that. But she was just like sitting on the couch, like crying. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I
like
think
that.
she was crying.
And
We're
then
like, what's up?
we're like, "What's going on?" And we just got back from skateboarding. We're like, "What's going on?" And then she's like, "I sit down. I gotta tell you something." And then we're like, like what? And she's like, "Your older brother, passed away." And we're
Aw.
like, "Yeah." We're like I don't know. I felt so robbed. Like I just felt. We
Yeah.
just felt. I remember like we still never really talk about it. Like you know.
See,
what I
that's the
mean?
craziest thing because I remember seeing your guys' picture on his computer desk when I was a freshman or whatever. So you guys,
Damn.
both of you guys in little black suits, with little pies or some
I
shit.
think I know.
Oh, we know the
Both you guys
picture.
sitting there?
Yeah.
Yeah. You
I
guys
don't know
were
why I
up
don't
there
have that
on-
shit.
Both of you guys were up there on his board with all of his best friends he had up there.
Yeah.
He had his little board up there on his computer desk, pinned up all these pictures. You guys were up there.
Wow, that's so awesome.
I
to hear.
remember seeing you guys on that picture. So I knew he had brothers and stuff. There's a what's that picture? I thought I seen it like you guys sitting on the curb skateboarding or some shit like that, like a curb picture.
Probably. I don't
Maybe.
know.
No, I don't know.
Like could be. I don't know. But yeah, I definitely know that suit. That little suit picture.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
because I remember asking him about you guys and stuff like that.
Hmm.
I think that's when he said that the last time he seen his mom was like in 3rd grade or whatever. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
that's
must have been
crazy.
that time. That
Yeah.
was crazy. Yeah. Oh no.
Do
And
you
then
know?
he had some other yeah.
Oh no, I was just curious. Like, do you know anything about his dad? Because we don't know anything about his dad.
Oh, his dad. He talked to his dad. I remember one day his dad called him back in high school, and I just sat in the room while he was talking on the phone with something Tegler. I can't remember his name. He had a picture, just one picture of him too. So I never met the guy, but I do know that he did magically pop up after looking
Oh.
for life insurance money.
Oh, jeez.
Because that's what's fucked up. Here's another thing. All
More
the
vultures.
corporations, those major corporations people work for, they open up life insurance policies on you while you're employed. And then when you die, they take all the money.
Wow.
Like, so Walgreens got a bunch of
Walgreens?
money?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Man,
They automatically open up a life insurance policy on you when you get employed.
I didn't even
They
fucking
take the
know
fucking
that.
money if you die. That's fucked up. Huh?
Yeah.
Grandma got fucking $10,000.
Jesus
Or whatever,
Christ.
And
something
what
like
they
that.
got like 100. Like
They probably
crazy.
got way more than that.
Yeah.
They employed their fucking hand. Fucking nuts. I didn't know that anybody did that until that point. I saw that as fucking grimy as shit.
It is. Mhm.
That's why, like, local companies, I like local companies. Like, when you work for somewhere, like, and
Yeah.
and it makes you feel
Yeah.
like you're actually contributing instead of, I'm going to contribute here, and you're going to send all the money off to some rich guy in some other country.
No, dude.
You know?
Right.
The store I work at, there's only 5 employees, and I know the owner directly. There's only one store. There's only one Crow's
Yeah.
Liquor, and I love working
Yeah.
at a place where it's like I know everybody, and like I have the
Yeah.
owner's number in my phone, and I'll text him, "Hey,
Yeah.
man," you know. So
The best boss I ever had was a guy. It was a dude in a local fucking company, and
Yep.
we're all working together as a fucking team.
exactly.
So we're all in it together, and so he was never like a regular boss. Like, fuck you, you're
Yeah.
fucking being lazy.
No,
It's
I
like
love.
we're all in it together. We're all gonna fucking we got each other's backs, and we're gonna fucking do what we do, and we're gonna make it together. You know,
Yeah,
Right as fuck.
those are always the best fucking
yeah,
places.
dude. He takes care of us, dude. Christmas bonuses. I've worked there for almost 6 years now. Every year they just get thicker and thicker, and I open that check
Yeah.
and I'm like, Steve,
Yeah,
my man.
I was happy with these, right?
Oh,
here.
yeah.
I got
Christmas
from
bonus?
that O'Neill Plumbing in Seattle, which I worked there for like 7 years
Yeah.
until Rona happened, and then I had to take off. But these fucking AirPods.
Nice.
He
I
bought me
wouldn't
those
mind
AirPods for Christmas one year, and I was like, "What the fuck? They were the
That's
best
crazy.
Christmas present I got that year, dude."
That's awesome.
From my boss.
I'm trying to decide if I want AirPods or an Apple Watch because both of them sound pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Is there like
Trying to think like yeah, see, because that fucking makes it so fucking like final, I guess. It's only fucking I don't know. I named my son after him.
Oh really? That's
Awesome.
awesome. Dude, like how old is your son?
Yeah. He's 9.
Wow.
Joseph Wayne Kuchler.
Wow.
Another Joseph Wayne.
That's
Yeah.
awesome, man. That's
So,
awesome, dude. Like, is there any other like significant, like crazy stories or anything? Like, we can end on a good note.
craziest fucking story.
Like a good, like anything that you didn't touch, like anything. I mean, sure you have like a lot. You'll probably be thinking of some like in the next couple days that you're like, I should have said this.
Yeah,
or
I should have said that.
Yeah.
One time, one time I almost fit the entire contents of his room in my pockets. And it was
Whoa.
really funny. It was really
As a
funny.
prank?
Yeah, 'cause he was out there talking to like grandma or something like that, and I had, you know, because everybody had those
Those
big
giant
ass pocket
pants. Yeah.
Yes.
And so I just started sticking shit in the pockets. I was like, okay, how much more can I fit? And then the shirt and everything.
You walk out like,
I was
ching, ching,
I was
ching.
all like fucking, just like all puffed out. And then he come back in from after talking to grandma. I'm like, all right, dude, I'm going home.
Peace. Oh my god, that's amazing.
And he was like, what the fuck? And then we started pulling everything out. It was like stapler and this and that. And it was like everything in his fucking room.
It really is like a clown trick.
Yes, it was like watching the fucking 20 clowns come out of a fucking little tiny car.
That's fucking amazing.
That was
dude.
funny as shit. But I still remember that fucking that fucking memory, just that one I said of the playing that fucking Mad Libs.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I always think of that Mad Libs thing. And it says your best friend. Who are you gonna put? He says you.
Man.
You know.
What year was
That
that?
just maybe. That's probably when I went in for 2001.
Okay.
Summer
Yeah.
2001.
That's fucking
It's
amazing.
pretty
man.
cool. You know.
Dude, it's
Because
been
Dustin was supposed to come with us too, but he chickened out.
yeah.
Yeah,
You want to do some Mad Libs? That's so fun.
but he's got a lot of. Yeah, you should. Have you found him on Facebook or anything, Dustin Stanley?
You're gonna have to like drop me
Yeah.
a few names or just send me like.
I'll send him a thing. I'll send him a message because I think he might already added you guys. I'm not sure.
This is the dude that's
But,
the drummer, right?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
but
that'd be awesome.
him and Joe were he was best of friends too, man. And then
That's awesome, man.
after Joe passed and stuff, then me and Dustin, we've just been keeping in touch ever since, you know.
Yeah,
So we've friends too on our own, even without Joe. So
right.
after Joe moved to fucking Seattle, it was just me and Dustin hanging out in the valley. So,
Oh yeah.
but he's a good guy to get a hold of.
Yeah, most definitely, dude. I mean, I'd love to have you on here again too. You know, I want to talk.
Dude,
I
I'm
want to
down.
get into like Hojo and like the whole evolution of like where you've gone since then, because like it had to have been hard to like pick up and keep moving, because like you said your first show was in January 2005. And
Yeah, I got that track too. I got to send you that track.
Oh,
we
yeah,
made
please send that.
we made a track right after everything happened, so it's kind of like
the
Man, it was
homage to Joey track. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
so-
it was on a
so it-
CD at one point, right?
Yeah, I think we
Because
heard
Lita,
that in
Lita gave it to
2006.
us.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah,
Yes.
the guitar. I was looking for so hard in the Hojo.
Yeah, we brought that back to
Yeah.
Texas with us, and we were showing people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember we used that because we were backyard wrestling and we used that
Oh, that's
shit as
right.
entrance music.
We used
like
it as
we were
entrance
using
music.
that.
Really?
Yeah, literally, we were using you guys' song as entrance music. I swear to God. And like there was four or five songs on that. It was like some kind of EP, and we're like, this one kind of goes hard. Let's use this as like, our cliche John Cena type character. You know, it's like white rapper guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had a
Cena's
CD
hard?
player,
Yeah.
boombox, and backyard wrestling was a huge fucking thing that
Oh, yeah.
we could also get into that we did for a long time. Yeah, that's a whole nother story. I feel like we should dedicate a whole stream to that one day. But anyway, I'd love to have you on here, like to talk about Hojo.
Oh damn!
And the whole-
Anytime, man.
Yeah, awesome, dude.
Anytime,
Like,
just hit me up.
it's probably sometime before the end of the year, dude. I appreciate you for being here and doing this and talking about Joey and like telling so much stuff. It's awesome to have like the insight.
Yeah.
Like I said, we felt robbed, that day because we didn't really know him. Like it's crazy. Our mom dipped to Seattle and we were just like by our house, by ourselves in our house for like for a weekend or however long
No,
it
it was
was.
a month.
A month? Yeah. Then I
No,
guess we stayed
oh,
with Jenny.
That was a week, but whenever Grandma died,
Yeah, oh yeah.
that was a month, and then
Mhm.
that's when we went up there.
Yeah.
That was 06.
Yeah.
Are you guys up there for that?
Yeah, we went
We
up.
were up there for like 2 months.
Yeah, 2 months. Yeah, whenever our mom was taking care of grandma, and then we left right before she passed, like
Maybe like a week.
a week or
Right
2
before.
days. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Lita
Oh.
messaged me on MySpace, I feel.
Yeah,
and
maybe
said that she had
could be.
passed, and
Yeah.
we're like, damn. She didn't.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think she really knew who we were.
Yeah.
And she didn't even know who our mom was. She kept calling her Carla. And then like Amber
Yeah.
said that it made sense because Carla was there more often than our mom, because our mom has been in
Yeah.
Texas for this whole last time. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that was a crazy situation. That was the first time we ever got to like kind of learn about Joey, but it was all like art based. It was all his like drawings and like all that stuff. We saw so like it felt like, like looking into his soul. Looking at someone's art. That's like, that's the inside of them coming out. So that changed us a lot.
Yeah.
Like seeing Joey's stuff. Like I had already been playing guitar for 2 years, and we'd always drawn and stuff like that, but like. It was like that moment, like where we like were talking about getting the robots, and
Oh, yeah.
he
always
got
knew we were
really
gonna
into
get-
drawing robots.
Oh
feel
yeah,
like
I started drawing robots like crazy.
yeah.
Awesome.
What I don't want to fucking I forgot. I want to ask about the Robot Society. Like, how did you know how that came to be, and like what did he have
his
plans
whole
with
thing,
that?
I don't know.
No?
He was just drawing whatever the hell. He had this. Well, in his sketchbook, I think it kind of just. Because he was doing all those like sponges and shit, and then the robots. He had this one picture. So I think when he broke up with Sheena, he had this. He had a drawing in a notebook somewhere where the robot was sitting there with its heart out in its hand, or something like that. That's the first time I remember seeing a robot.
Oh yeah. Did you ever like ask him to look through his books and stuff?
Oh, ask who?
Ask Joe to look through his books, like his.
I looked through all of his drawing
yeah.
books all the time. I was there one time when he lost one of them. And he was in tears, man, and I helped him search all over the fucking beach.
Oh man.
Did he ever get it back?
We found it. It was in his room.
Wow.
Damn.
That's crazy.
But he was freaking the fuck out.
Yeah,
But we found that motherfucker. Oh.
I can imagine that literally happened to me. I met my wife in 2006, and she lived in West Virginia. I lived in Texas. We were long distance for like 3 years, and we would send letters back and forth. And she drew things, I drew things, and I had like this whole folder of like all her first letters and drawings and a lot of shit that she sent me, and my first songs that I ever wrote, like my first book of all the lyrics I've ever written, and my drawing book that had all these drawings, like everything was in this backpack. And I left. We were skating. We left, went to his girlfriend's house, and then I was like, as soon as we walked in the door, I was like, oh fuck, I left my backpack. Walked straight back. It was gone. Still to this day, never found it, and it's like to this day, I like habitually label everything. This is chapter 9. This is the 9th full notebook I have, and I'm up to chapter 12 now. But I know every single notebook that I have, where they are. They're numbered. They're labeled chronologically. It's just one of those things that like I'm never gonna let that happen again. It's fucking devastating.
Don't lose it.
Bro. Like, yeah, totally feel that. Yeah. Also, I want to ask you, like, what's up with the green screen? You shooting videos?
Well, it's my basement. It's everything in my messy ass basement behind you, so I just put that up.
Oh, okay. So do you ever like use it? Are you like, did you get it to use for something, or?
I got it to use it, but I haven't used it, I guess, because me and my daughter made some stuff with some space behind us. It looked like we was floating in space.
Okay, that's fun.
Stuff. So
I was
it's
waiting for
pretty
you to say
cool.
something about Hojo. Like, I thought you were like, did you ever do like any online pandemic shows or anything? Like, how did your
No.
music go during that? No.
No. No.
No?
I didn't do shit. I didn't do a damn thing.
Hell yeah.
I'm still just I'm just making stuff just to see. I like making stuff.
Yeah, dude, it's awesome.
So,
Like,
if anybody ever says anything or sends anything back, or if I hear, it's a bonus.
yeah, fuck yeah, dude. I love that.
I just
That's
like to
cool.
hear my own voice most of the time.
That's oh man, I hate my own voice. I remember like trying to find kids in school that wanted to be a lead singer because all I wanted to be was a guitar player. And I was like, fuck. And eventually I started writing songs like, I guess I'll sing these things or whatever.
to sing like fucking Bradley Noah, man. If I had that magical voice, then all the ladies' fucking panties get wet, and then I'm fucking increased. I get vagina like, vagina gauge goes up, and I'm happy.
Hitting the red.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Bradley, R.I.P. Bradley too, man. He was fucking amazing as well.
His son just came out with some shit.
Really?
Just like the little boy who was on the back of the CD booklet.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jacob Noel. Jacob's Castle is his new project.
Interesting.
I guess. And he sounds just like his fucking dad.
Really?
He doesn't sound he like you look at Sublime with Rome and shit.
Mm-hmm.
They're all right because dude sounds kind of similar.
Mm-hmm.
But this guy's got the one thing that all those imitators do not have. He has the fucking soul.
Yeah. Like literally the blood, the soul.
He's literally got it. Like in that first single he put out, it's Close Enough. That single right there, that's like, it seems like a continuation off of like What I Got or some shit like that.
Ooh, that's incredible.
Like it's fucking magical. I've waited years to hear this kid fucking sing.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
so
awesome.
happy he's finally doing it.
That's fucking awesome. That's like one I love What I Got, because that's like when some people like talk about like, I don't know, theory or like magical songwriting or whatever. Like
it's only 2 chords, right?
The whole song is 2 chords. It's a G and a D.
Yeah, 2 chords. Yeah,
it's back to back.
Great fucking
song.
Just nailed it. Like everyone knows, early in the morning. Like I'll be singing that shit at work all day. You know, like that's just one of those songs that just lives in infamy. But yeah, dude, I appreciate you for being here, man. I guess we'll end it on that. Hey, no problem, man. We're gonna have Hojo
Glad
Nagasaki.
to meet you guys finally, man. I want to talk to you guys again if we ever get a chance, man. It's
most
dope.
definitely.
I'm so glad to meet you guys.
Hey, man, it's
awesome meeting you, man.
It's a pleasure to meet you, dude. And also, I'd love to collab with you if you ever want to like make some music together, dude. Like if you ever need, you know, a guitar player, I'll play for you or play with you. You know, all that type of shit, man.
Well,
like that's, you know. I feel like that's another way we could get closer to Joey. You know, it's like collaborating with you. You know, like that'd be fucking amazing.
Dope. I'm down anytime, man.
Most definitely. I'm gonna be hitting you up. I'll be keeping in touch and everything as normal, and then we'll talk about dates for getting you on here again. But yeah, dude, thanks for being here.
All right, thank you guys, man.
Thank you,
Nagasaki.
Hey,
I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up your links too. Boom, in the chat, just in case anybody sees this on the post thing, and anybody's in here now. And then also on the YouTube version, you'll see Josiah's links down there in the description. But yeah,
click, subscribe, comment, rate,
click, subscribe,
whatever.
all that. You know, feed the algorithm, feed the robots. All right.
Yeah.
Peace, Twitch.